Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we can't remember very well. We stop talking about that movie, pause the record, eat 2 pizzas, 2 salads. Thank you, patrons. Come back for a second half of recording. We've watched that movie while we eat those pizzas and salads. The second half of the movie, we're talking about the movie we just watched. My name is Dan. I nail the intro every time. My name is Dan.
This is Molly.
I'm also Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And our movie this very special episode is High School Musical.
Oh.
Yay, the original one, right?
Yes, I think so.
High School Musical, the end of the sentence.
Yep, that's right. When it was the end-all, be-all of High School Musicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A movie none of us have seen, correct?
No. That's right.
Amazing.
You may be asking.
We have fundamentally shattered the premise of this podcast.
There's a very good reason we don't remember it very well. But
okay, great.
You might be asking yourself, listener or co-hosts, why are we watching this movie that none of us have seen?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is, of course, we are a aggressively inclusive all quadrant podcast.
Okay.
And so we needed to support that value, we need to capture a younger generation's teen movie. And there's probably a better one for people that are actually a bunch younger than us, but this is the youngest one we could think of.
Oh my gosh. And I'm thinking like we are so old because I don't think that this movie, I think this movie actually is like a millennial, like a young millennial
It probably
for sure.
movie. I don't think that it's a Gen Z kind of movie.
No,
But we're getting there. You know, we're going to capture that quadrant.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
One
This
day
is
we'll
baby
think of
steps.
a movie that's newer than this one even.
Yeah, baby steps. We'll start
Z
with High School
people.
Musical, and then we'll jump to
Junior
I don't
high
We
know.
could
School
jump to
music?
High School Musical, the series.
Do Z people
sure.
care about that?
Well,
I
Olivia
don't know.
That seems like
Rodrigo's in it,
something.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Where did
she's there, Atlantis.
What?
Atlantis. Let me take that again. She's there, Atlantis.
Who is?
They're Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo. Right?
She is there,
she?
Atlantis Morissette.
Yeah.
You mean the
Okay.
generationally speaking?
Yeah.
Was
Okay.
Alanis Morissette in a children's show?
No, but she really captured some. Well, maybe Molly's. giving
Yeah,
me a
actually, I
hairy
think
eyeball.
she did have some early showbiz chops when she was a kid. She was like singing the national anthems and stuff. I thought she was in a Canadian show.
Tweet at us, Alanis Morissette facts.
Yeah, maybe we'll put them on our TikTok. Can we branch
Sure.
out that far?
I think we can. If you,
I mean, if we're trying to get Z people.
if there's one thing Z people love, it's Alanis
It's
Morissette
Jagged Little Pill.
for sure. I mean,
No,
they
I'm saying
might. I bet they'd
TikTok.
appreciate it.
Oh, they
I
like
like-
TikTok.
I love
Yeah.
a Gen X trying to make some content for me.
Yeah,
I
Sounds
think-
awesome.
they love it.
I think the most likely scenario is that we mess up TikTok so badly that it is hilarious to the younger people.
That's my goal.
That's
Okay,
true.
good.
My goal is
Good.
to get dragged by the Z people because they're so good at it.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
It's really
I learned
a
about
skill.
a thing recently called the millennial pause, which is the 1 second at the beginning of a video before millennials start to speak. And I guess young people don't. They just start as soon as they press record, they start talking.
Because
But
they trust the fact that they have magical computers in their pockets and we're still used to camcorders.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
great.
this movie we're talking about,
High School
High School Musical,
Musical.
Musical.
Hit
that
That
came out in the
quadrants.
year.
What year did this come out? Did Beth?
2001.
Wow.
Oh, I was going to say later than that.
Well,
'Cause
I'm
I
sticking
was-
to it.
I started working at Cartoon Network in 2002, and I feel like Disney was like really hitting the live action stuff hard.
Hmm.
I'm going to say, I'm going to be wrong and say 2003 or 2004.
Which one?
No, let's go around and then I'll decide.
Wow.
I feel like this movie came out when I was in high school, maybe,
Oh, wow.
but or maybe even later. I'm going to say 2006.
Ooh.
Really?
I don't know.
Huh.
I have no idea.
I think it's into the aughts. I don't think it's like a cusp one, but I could be.
No.
I mean,
Okay, let's think about this. Like Zac Efron's probably like 35, right?
Like we all
are.
Like we all
Yeah.
are, yeah. And he was probably, what, 18 because he's in high school.
at least.
As we know,
he's
all
about
actors
20.
in
Yeah.
high school
So
It's
are
more
Oh.
likely
actually
like
in high school.
20,
17.
22.
That sounds like 2005. I'll go with that.
All
Okay,
right.
I'll go with 2004 to keep it interesting.
How is that
Oh.
more interesting than 2003?
I don't know.
It's 1 year
puts
more
a couple
interesting,
numbers
Dan.
together.
Okay.
I've never seen this movie, but I feel like I do know the plot of this movie because of the bad lip reading version of it.
Oh,
Okay.
Don't
they?
Which doesn't explain the plot, but I do know what the scenes look like.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Because the voiceover is different.
Right.
Essentially, what they do is they take the footage and then they make songs up over the footage that looks like it lines up with what they're saying. So
yes.
it's, if you haven't seen a bad lip reading video, I would recommend checking that one out because it is hilarious.
It
I know
sounds
what it's
like
about. Go ahead.
Oh my God, they're so mad at each other. I'll jump in here. Zac Efron's in this movie. He is a hunk. He's our lead
He's a
hunk.
Okay, hold on.
Basketball
I am actually
star.
going to stop you because you're doing almost what I was going to say we should do,
Oh.
which is
Oh.
it sounds like we should do a soon-to-be union-made
Mhm.
pre-call.
I just want to get in one bet at the beginning before we do that because I
Please. Okay.
feel like the pre-call is
Beth,
really
do you want to
about...
quick cut in and say something?
I think that Molly should go say her thing.
Great.
Thank you, Beth, my co-host.
You're welcome.
Pass the Bechdel-Wallace.
Yes.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
America.
So, what?
Never mind.
This is why
We
two
are
women can't talk to each other.
nailing this.
Wow.
Wow, Dan.
Should we acknowledge the elephant in the room that none of us are in the room together?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We're
Guys,
recording
we're
online
remote and we're bad.
because, there's illnesses going around. that-
Yeah. Don't jump down
Are
our
annoying.
throats. You're not a virus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Molly, go ahead.
So my one legitimate bet is that he's a basketball star who gets kind of accidentally roped into doing a musical, falls in love with the lead.
This literally could have been part of the segment I was trying to get us into.
I know, but this is a real bet. I feel like the segment we get into, we just make stuff up based on the title.
How dare you?
And I'm trying
No.
to get in like
we
a
genuinely
real bet.
try. We're just terrible at it.
Okay.
At least I do.
Is the podcast
I mean, I
over?
try, but
Okay.
like it feels like cheating to use the 60 sec sum
Uh-huh.
pre-call
Yes.
for
I like the prequel.
like a legit thing. And I'm just
All
so
right.
excited to come to the table with some knowledge of this movie.
Okay, I apologize for jumping down your throat like a virus.
I appreciate that. Anyway, he falls in love with the lead, and then there's a big debate about whether he's going to make it to the championship game or be in the musical. He's getting a lot of razzing.
So this is
From
a musical
his
about a
friends.
musical?
That is my
Yes.
understanding.
Mm.
Yes.
yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And I think in the end, I mean, I'm pretty sure they get together. And
You've
his friends
basically
come
done
around.
the pre-call now,
Yeah.
so
Well-
you're welcome, unions.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That means your legitimate bet, also managed to efficiently be that segment.
Well,
So,
thank you.
We're
You're
nailing it.
welcome.
I
All right,
mean-
sweet.
I feel like because none of us have seen it, we're going to need more than 60 seconds to make some stabs at it.
Yeah, other than Zac Efron, who is the lead? She's a big deal, and I can't think of who it is.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yes. Oh, and they dated in real life.
They did?
This
Yes.
is the lady I didn't know who she
Gosh.
was.
Yes.
You
they
didn't know who
did.
she was?
Yeah, was she in something else, or we just talk about her one other time?
She's in many things, you monster.
But that we saw.
that we saw?
I don't think we've ever seen anything with her in it.
Like as a podcast?
Yeah.
No, we've never seen anything with her in it.
Okay.
That changes tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our first
So
Hudgens.
stop yelling at us, Hudgeheads.
Yeah.
Get to it.
The teens are probably Hudgeheads.
Yeah, they love the Hudge.
The teens love the Hudge. Spoken like a true Z person.
Yeah.
Based off of this bad lip reading,
hmm
there's some sort of party where they meet.
Oh.
Wait, can I
And-
do one more joke?
Yes.
Put this in earlier. The teens, they fudge with the Hudge.
What?
They fudge with the Hudge.
Oh, I get it. No,
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, yeah.
The C Hudge, they go, I'd fudge with that. No, not I would fudge with
Oh.
that. I fudge with that.
I fudge with that.
But-
yeah.
Would fudge suggested actually being sexual.
No, yeah. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Beth, edit this in to make it
No,
sound good.
Beth, leave.
And more
You want me to
menacing.
edit it in? What do you mean edit this
Before.
Oh my God.
We were
have
talking
not
about-
done this remotely in a while.
We were talking about how the teens. Here, I'll put some context around it. We could do a fan
No.
edit or something.
No,
Why
Dan.
bother?
Dan, it's just a little. It's just like it's just not good enough.
Beth,
to
what
spend
did you
this
learn
much
from
time
bad
on it.
lip reading?
All right.
There's a party.
Okay.
I think it's like a New Year's Eve party. I feel like it's winter themed in some way, but I might be
Okay.
making this up.
Is this like a Romo Jewel?
What?
Romeo
Jew.
and Juliet?
Star-Crossed Loves.
Yeah, I think it kind of is because she's like singing a song
Uh-huh.
up on stage, and then he gets up and sings with her, and I think that's how they know that he's a good singer.
And their parents want to
Oh.
murder each other.
Because they got like basketball parents and theater parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if there are parents involved.
There's got to be at least one
probably
adult in this, right?
It's the friend crew.
Yeah, I mean, there's a theater, the like director, right?
Probably. Someone's got to be in charge.
Let's
Yeah.
all take bets on what recognizable actor is playing
Amy
the theater.
Poehler.
Is that your guess? Do you actually
Yeah,
know?
that's my guess.
Okay, cool. My guess is going to be shit. What's that
Richard
guy?
Kind.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Sean. Who's the guy from Will and Grace that isn't Will? Is that Sean Hayes?
Great.
Yep.
Hayes,
I'm gonna say
not
Sean Hayes.
Hannity. Yep.
Okay.
Sean-
Ooh, that'd be
my guess is
amazing.
Sean Hannity.
Yeah. What a mess that would be.
I actually think it's a woman that I don't know who she is.
Oh,
Okay.
Like, I think, yeah, but
Wait, you're going to
But-
recognize a woman you don't know who she is?
yep.
Like society would know who she is, and you don't know who she is, or it's just
That's
someone we wouldn't
possible. She
recognize?
might be like a character actor that shows up in lots of things that I just haven't like put it together who she is, but
Oh, sure.
I feel like she has glasses, like cat eye glasses.
Oh.
You know,
Ali
because of
Wong?
theater. It's not Ali Wong.
Adina Kazim, or however
Yep.
John Travolta said it.
But there's definitely a
Is it Kristen Chenoweth? That would be a fun casting
Be a
move.
get. Be a get.
yeah,
People like her.
Yeah,
it's true, and she's a
Yeah,
singer.
Sing-
very
a
meta.
sing
She's a-
lady.
She's a big old sing lady. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's another basketball player who has
LeBron?
very curly hair.
You think it's LeBron?
It's LeBron James. I want
I love
to say
it.
his name is like Corbin Bleu.
Okay. Corbin Dallas?
Oh, yeah.
Is that another basketball player?
Multi-pass?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's for the
Fifth
Fifth
Element.
Element.
Check out our Fifth Element episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Corbin
yes,
Dallas.
I do
Bruce
remember
Willis
that
plays
person
Corbin
now.
Dallas.
I'm not talking to the audience. I'm talking to Beth. Check out
Yep.
our Fifth Element episode.
I remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like two blonde kids that are friends.
Oh, the Van Wilder twins or whatever.
What?
No, that's Social Network.
Jesus. Do you think the Winklebusters are in this movie?
Van Wilder twins.
Oh yeah, no, the yeah, the blonde lady also did things.
Yeah. I want to say
Okay.
her character's name is Sharpay.
That
Wow.
also sounds right. Why
Is
do
that a
I know
dog?
that? It is. That's a joke. LOL.
Oh.
And
She's
I
like
think
the
Troy is the character that
Yes.
Zac Efron plays.
Yes.
Troy.
Troy?
Yeah.
Oh, like he's like
Go ahead.
Like
It's like a wooden
Greek
horse.
mythology.
Mhm.
Is this
Yep.
He sneaks into theater and he brings in
Oh.
all of his basketball
Oh.
friends.
Nice.
Trojan War show?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sparta?
Dan's bad. Ugh. Can we mute Dan for like 2 minutes straight just so we can get a couple things in?
I mean, you can just keep talking and I'll just cut his audio out.
It's hard to pick up on
No,
social
I
cues
know.
over
I know.
I don't know how annoyed I am or how charming I am.
What was I going to say? Shit.
You started off strong,
I
saying
know.
Dan's bad.
I was going to declare a bet. Oh, blonde Sharpay lady is going to be a real B about basketball Troy being a part of this
Yeah.
Because she's going to be like the capital T theater kid who's like, how can there be this incursion into our production?
Also, why doesn't he like me?
Ooh, maybe, yeah.
That's my guess. Dan, are you writing these down?
What?
I believe Dan has spite checked out.
I think there's a point in the movie where he's talking with his basketball buddies.
Troy.
And they set up, I think the two blonde kids set up a camera in the locker room, maybe. And he's talking about theater in some bad way. And she's like mad about it and she's in a science classroom and they're showing her what he said.
Oh.
This is the thing, again, based off of the bad memory. I'm trying to like pull the plot from something that is completely nonsense.
A heavily edited, I'm guessing maybe 10 minutes max video.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we
Great.
think this is like the kind of musical where they sing throughout? Like there's a cafeteria singing and dancing scene.
Yeah.
There
I'm always
has-
bet there's at least one cafeteria scene.
I will
with
double
singing.
Dan on it being a cafeteria scene where someone is dancing on those tables.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
fair.
they're using the trays like props. Like
Yeah, they're doing a little stomp routine or something.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, like a twirling them like hats.
Yeah.
I think that's the song, like, All in This Together or something like that. We're all in this together.
Where are you getting
I don't
that
know.
from?
I feel like the kids I used to babysit would listen to that.
Okay.
Let's
Oh.
try to name all the songs in this.
Yeah, all in this together.
I love
Hello,
basketball.
I love
There's
you.
something about basketball.
I just want a ball, not sing.
Nice. I
I just want to sing, not ball.
Yep. I'm feeling something new
I
tonight.
fudge with Hudge.
Why would they? No, she has a different name in the movie.
I'm jealous and blonde.
Jealous and blonde.
Two blondes. Do the teens know about 4 non-blondes? I just listened to that. Their single not too long ago. Still slaps.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I can
I feel like I
say
should-
no.
I want to explain to the listener that even though we are canonically all 35,
Yes.
I am actually like well into my 40s. So I'm the Gen X representative, but I'm older than everybody else. Like I think Beth is at least 16 years younger than me.
Mm.
So I just mentioned my generation earlier, and I didn't want you to think we were all Gen X. Like some of us are a little bit closer. So no pressure or anything, but you know.
No pressure about what?
Wait, what's the pressure about?
Well,
No
just
Under
like-
pressure?
Foreign David Bowie.
Like I feel like as a Gen Xer, like I'm kind of off the hook because nobody cares what Gen X thinks anyway.
Oh, about High School Musical.
Oh,
I see.
about anything. Like honestly, we're not going to get a president. Like we just got written off in our 20s and never recovered, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like y'all have a little bit of life left in you as geriatric millennials or regular
I mean,
That
millennials.
is a
Most
term
of
I've
that-
heard.
I feel like most of that life is just like focused rage on the generation older than yours about how they completely fucked us and kneecapped us, but deluded us into thinking everything was fine.
I feel like we were hating on the boomers like way before everybody else.
Yeah, but you got written off. That's what I'm saying. You at
That's
least
fair.
had the freedom of being written off. We were told everything was going to be great.
Oh, I see. And boomers, you are in my quadrant, and I respect you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening
Full
to this
quadrant.
podcast.
Yep.
Especially you, Maureen. Thank you for
Apologies
listening.
apologies for this High School Musical episode. Unless you watched it with your kids and you love it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're one of the good ones.
So the qualifier for a good boomer is that they watched and loved High School Musical.
No, that they're listening to Totes Recall.
Oh, of course. Yes.
That's very cool.
What were we talking about? Oh, the songs. That was the name of a song.
What's that?
That whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Boomer
awesome.
be gone.
That was the name of one of the songs.
You're one of the
It's a
good
long
boomers.
title.
You listen to Totes Recall.
Oh, no.
I just need. I just do this for the health insurance. That's gonna be the theater teacher song.
Yeah.
Do we think there's going to be an I Wish song?
Ooh,
Like setting up? Do you think he wishes he could do both things?
I bet,
Do we
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
Troy is the center of all this?
or
Or do we think Vanessa Hudgens is?
It might be a back and forth situation.
Yeah. My guess is that she's a new student to the school.
Ooh,
Oh, I love it.
good
She
bet.
wants to be accepted.
Yeah.
So she's
and maybe
not like solidly theater lady. She's finding her way.
I feel
I
like
think she is solidly theater, but she's new.
And there's
gotta
like an
compete.
established pecking order in the theater.
Yes.
Aha.
yeah. And so maybe that's why they're a little jealous of them, the blondes.
Maybe that's how they bond, because they are both disrupting the status quo of the theater department.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to make a bold bet.
Great.
True Totes heads know that...
Be a bold bet?
Beelzebub, Big Man, Blair Witch, Beth's Beyond Betrothed, Big Man, Bolo, Baggins, Bet.
Great.
As True Totes heads know, 90s teen movies confuse and anger me with all their fast movements. I am going to bet that this is not going to have the same problem. Somehow we've jumped a generation in filmmaking, and the style is not going to do me in. I'm going to follow it and understand what's happening.
I think the fact that it is a musical will be in your favor.
Yeah.
Because there'll have to be some very deliberate pacing.
I don't usually like a musical, but that's not because I don't understand them. You're right. They do repeat what's going on a lot. Like the songs are like, this is happening. It's still
They let you know what it's about.
We're doing this thing. It's still going on.
Ooh, playing
Fudge
the
with Hudge.
basketball, gonna win the championship. Oh, I need to sing for the lead role of the theater. I am blonde and I'm very angry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's from this, isn't it?
We assume.
Yeah.
Do we think it'll pass Bechdel-Wallace? I do.
God, I hope so.
Seems like there's so many ladies in it already.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Me too.
I'm going to say we will get multi-generational passes.
Wow.
Ooh.
So we will have some student-to-student passes and some student-to-adult passes.
Ooh, I'm going to up the ante on my own bet and say it'll pass within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Ooh.
Just to keep it spicy. I actually don't know if I
hope
believe
it
that's going to
passes in
happen.
10 minutes. Good Lord.
Mhm.
We're really going to follow Troy around for 10 minutes straight? Ugh.
Well, see you, Mom. I got to go to school. I'll
Oh,
be
I gotta
late because I got
spin the basketball.
practice.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, my
late
shirt's
bet.
off. Bummer.
Late bet. Efron has floppy teen hair.
Oh, yeah. Do we
That's
think
a really
they're
good
gonna
bet.
show his abs at some point? Do you think that's going to be a... Is
Yeah,
that...
that's
I don't
the
think
moneymaker.
so.
But this is pre
I don't think he probably didn't have
Maybe they saved that for
abs
2.
at this point in time,
Mm.
right?
He wasn't
Yeah.
cut in number 1?
He's like a kid still, right?
Yeah, I don't know. He's an
Yeah.
And he's,
athlete,
you know,
in theory.
this is his first thing, so he hasn't had his
Yeah.
movie where he has to bulk up for some reason.
Mm.
I'm just going to say, and I don't want this to happen because I feel creepy even talking about it, but I do feel like there's going to be some shot where he's like taking off a shirt or putting on
Oh,
a
for
shirt
sure.
Mhm.
on the sidelines or in the locker room.
Shirt
Mhm.
Efron.
Mhm.
Zach shirt Offron.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Very good.
Wow.
Thank you. Wow.
You turned it around.
Put that on repeat.
Congratulations, Dan.
Wow.
You did it.
Feels great.
So proud of you.
As a millennial, I need this positive feedback.
Yes, constant validation.
Well, Molly, how should we rate this film?
Oh, great question.
Thank you.
I think we're going to rate this by B-Ball Friend Cruise.
B-ball friend cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I noticed you did not specify what the B stands for.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Was that intentional?
Oh, absolutely.
I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because the B stands clearly for
Beelzebub-Wallace.
What?
Beelzebub-Wallace.
No, I'm sorry, Beth. Go ahead.
no. That's what I was going to say.
Right.
This is a Beebold-Wallace's new venture, basketballs.
Fred Cruz, right?
Well, friend cruise. Yeah. So he's like,
So the
Like
B.
crew cut T-shirts?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
It's crew cut T-shirts and crew cut socks that you can wear with your friends.
or they have like photos of your friends printed
I
on
see.
them.
Yes.
And
So
so
you
if
get-
you're like wanting to become friends with someone, you just have to go get a shirt and be like, huh?
You know, custom print your
Wait, wait,
friends
wait,
on
wait,
your
wait,
crew
wait.
shirt.
What? Beth, explain yourself. What
Okay.
is the idea behind this?
Let's say you're in the schoolyard
Yes.
and you're shooting some hoops and you
course.
see a real cool person
Yeah.
on the other side of the court also shooting hoops, and you're like, we should be friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be friends with that cool person.
Mm-hmm.
You go and you get yourself a b-ball friend crew.
So you go to the parking lot of your public high school to the guy leaning on his Trans Am.
And first of all, you got to sneak a picture of this person.
Of course, yes.
Then you give it to him, and then he'll print their face on the shirt.
Yeah.
The next day, you show up with your shirt on, and they're like, "Hey, that's my face," and you're like, "Friends?"
And you know
Wow.
what? You don't even have to talk if they're already wearing your shirt.
I mean, that's kismet if that happens.
That's like
That's
both
how you
swiping
know.
right on a photo.
Yes.
I feel like, I mean, maybe this is my millennial cynicism showing through. I feel like the only way that scheme works is if you both show up with the other's face on a shirt.
Sure, it's sort of like trying to find out who your crush is.
Yeah.
It's like Bechdel-Wallace shows up in the high school parking lot in his Trans Am one day a year.
It's only once a year?
Maybe. We're working on it.
I guess if he's traveling to multiple schools.
Yeah, he's like a traveling salesman. The point is, it's not every day. So you got to take your opportunity and figure out who your friend's going to be, and you go get their face printed. And the next day, everybody is wearing their B-ball friend crew shirt. And if you are lucky, you find your match.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of heartbreak, obviously.
I wouldn't think that Bechdel-Wallace would participate in something that brutal, but times are tough.
Yeah, he's got to find a hook.
his no hot dog card failed, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's still paying off the medical bills for his broken limbs from when Batman attacked him.
Yeah, but he was making... Did he make Billionaires Are Terrible Lovers summer takes, or he had poorly printed half shirts?
Didn't he make both?
Both things happened.
Oh,
yeah.
God, he's a real entrepreneur.
He keeps trying, man. He keeps trying to find it and break it big.
I think he finally found it. I think he finally found his
We'll see.
the thing that will work for him.
We'll see.
Listen,
I don't know.
Here's the backup plan, though, right? You only get one image on the shirt, but the crew socks have plenty of room
Okay.
for you to list a bunch of names.
Oh, we're just listing names. Not even
we're
pictures.
just doing names on the socks. Well,
What
because
do
you got to
you
get
do
a
with
lot
the
of them.
socks then?
Well, just if you see that somebody's wearing your face on their shirt and you didn't pick them, you can just lift up your pant leg and be like, "I got you, man.
We're sock buds.
We're sock buds."
So that's it's not as strong of a bond, but it's like, let's talk.
It's like your friends. You're in the crew, but the shirt is like best friend.
B-ball friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, B-ball friends.
When you have a crew and that's like the only way you operate, and it becomes weird if just like you and one other crew member hang out
Sure.
until it's not, and then you make that jump.
Those are your sock friends.
Yeah, your sock friends are the ones you wouldn't hang on one-on-one just in a crew. I mean, they could make the jump to shirt maybe next season.
Maybe next season when Bechdel-Wallace comes back.
Pulls into the parking lot.
That the jump would be on your feet. That makes total sense.
Yeah, that's right. It all
Oh
tracks.
my God, we found a new way to ruin high school for young people. Dear God.
Yeah,
Forget about yearbook anxiety.
Yeah.
We've taken it up to. Well, anyway.
We should tour with Bechdel-Wallace.
Oh, he definitely runs the merch
yeah.
table at our
Oh, yeah.
high school show, right?
Oh yeah, we did establish
That might be canonical.
I think that is
do you think
canonical.
Come to our live show?
Oh, I hope so.
That would be very cool.
I don't know if we've even established a voice for this guy yet. Have
We have not. I don't think he's ever spoken.
He just
He
does
lets the
his
merch
business
do the talking.
silently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
He lets his innovation do the talking.
that's right.
Mhm.
All right, Dan, you also do the talking, and you do it first when we rate movies.
Yes, I do. Me first, me the best, me talk now. As we've established, I've never seen this movie. This feels like the kind of movie I would hate. However, it might be the right level of bananas that I kind of love it. So I am going to be optimistic, and I am going to purchase 4 B-ball friend crews.
Okay.
Wow.
And 3 of them have your faces on them.
Wow.
Oh.
The fourth one has Bechdel-Wallace.
We'll
That
see.
would be nice.
Wow.
Okay.
That would be a nice
It'd be nice
gesture.
if he got a friend for once. Maybe that's, and then he disappears into a puff of smoke. Finally, I've been let free.
My curse has been lifted.
I have a friend.
4.
We all know who's second. It's Beth.
It's me. I'm going second. Now I do the talking.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to like this. I think it's going to be very, I'm pretty sure it's a Disney thing, right? So I think it's just going to be like a Disney musical show that's like aimed for preteens who want to be teenagers and can't wait for high school.
Yep.
So I'm going to say 2. I don't think I'm going to hate it, but I don't think that I'm going to like it at all.
Wow.
But the bad lip reading, I will give like 10
Wow.
of these
Who's
crews.
who's on those 2 crews?
2 crews.
Probably 2 crews for Tom Cruise.
You putting Tom Cruise on both of them?
Tom Cruise is on both of them?
Yeah, Tom Cruise from
Going all
Mission
in.
Impossible on one, and
Yep.
then Tom Cruise from the one where he flies planes. Top Gun.
Wow.
Did you say Top Jet?
Top Jet? I did not say Top Jet,
Okay.
but I wish I had.
All right. My name is Dan. I do the talking now. I'm feeling shockingly optimistic about this movie. I find Zac Efron surprisingly charming and fun whenever he pops up in something. I don't like a musical, but for some reason I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, your face is on 3 of them, of course.
Thank you.
And the 4th face is Zac Efron.
Hell yeah. Huge move. I love it. That's Beal Bold right there. Is it a picture of Zac Efron from this movie where he's like 17?
No, I'll say it's him from Baywatch.
Oh, where he's like fucking jacked.
He's so jacked. Like almost disturbingly so.
Yes. He's like trying to be The Rock,
Yeah.
but is physically incapable of being that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly, you talk now. 4th.
Great. So, as usual, I'm going to take up for the listener who did like this movie.
Yes.
And I predict I'll be overly defensive of it in the second half. Also, I think deep inside of me, that middle schooler who was excited about going to high school where everything was going to be different in a good way. It was before I learned, but I feel like that is still within me somewhere. And I have a real love of this kind of thing. And yeah, I think Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron will charm, and I'm hoping that it'll be over the top enough and fun to listen to that I will just enjoy it. I'll just have a good time. So I too am going to give it 4. B-ball friend cruise. I'm going to put each of you on one of the shirts, and then
Thank
the
you.
4th shirt is going to feature my dog Hippo.
Oh, good
And in it,
choice.
she's going to be wearing a shirt that has my face on it.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Can I change my answer to hippo?
Wait, the
I would
No,
like
that's
2
cruel.
hippo shirts, please.
That's cruel because I already broke Beelbold-Wallace's curse. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. He just reappears.
Oh no!
Another 100 years.
And with that, we're going to go watch High School Musical, and we'll be right back.
Hello, listeners. It's also Dan coming at you in the middle of the show. Here to tell you about an incredible experience that you could have where you are present for the beginning, middle, and end of an episode of Totes Recall.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
lot.
December. What?
That's a lot of presents.
Oh, I'm glad you brought up presents.
Me too, because we may be doing a show around a time of year where presents are given to people.
We are definitely doing a show
Yes.
on December 8th.
Yes, we are. It is live. You can go. It will be in Minneapolis. Details forthcoming because we still got to pay for the rights to show a movie. But once we do, ooh, baby, you're going to get so many details in this space. Watch this space with your ears. We will keep you all posted. We'll definitely put it up on the website, totesrecall.com. We'll put it up on our social medias, but just save that date, December 8th, which I think is a Thursday.
It is a Thursday at the Trilon.
December
Minneapolis.
8th. Trilon Cinema, evening times. After those
Yes.
standard business hours,
Yeah.
Totes Recall Live.
Holiday show.
Movie pending. You know what?
.com.
What?
Just felt like we needed a button.
That's your button?
Sure.
Maybe
Oh
the
my
problem
God.
is that you think that's a button.
Back to the show for more gold from Other Dan.
.com.
Oh.
And we're back. We just watched 1 hour and 38 minutes of Charm. Although, to be more accurate, I watched about an hour of Charm before I fell horribly ill with the flu. And then by the time the movie was over, we decided we needed to pause on our pause. So we just kept on pausing. And it's been a week, and now we're all back and ready to record the second half.
Yay!
Yay.
Yes,
We're
this
back.
is like a huge reveal on shows where like somebody like turns their head or like opens a door and suddenly it cuts to like a year or 5 years in the future or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
rarely precedented
Yeah.
move.
I mean,
we could
let's
add
only
Molly
a tornado
Yep.
and Larry the cat.
escaped cat.
Let's quickly all go around and discuss the incredibly dramatic changes that have happened to us in that incredible dramatic cut.
Yes.
I now have I am a silver fox. I have completely white hair from
Wow.
a soon to be revealed stressful event that happened in my life. Not in this episode, it'll be revealed in a later episode.
Right.
Well, we were recording online in the first place because I had a COVID exposure. I don't have COVID. So
Wow.
Great.
That's your
pretty
big
good.
reveal.
And also, I wear reading glasses now.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We adopted a school of geese. Flock of geese. I'm still getting the terminology right.
Sure.
New addition
No.
to our blended family.
Of course.
Time has no meaning. It's just been an endless series of clearing of symptoms and
Right.
trying to sleep at night.
Yep.
But I'm more optimistic than that sounded. I'm feeling much better.
That's
Also,
good.
you have a robot arm.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Laser,
I
laser eyes.
Yeah.
the story behind that is, well, you know what? We should probably just save that for a couple
That'll be
episodes
bonus
from
content.
now.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/SoTrigger.com. But we watched High School Musical and we remember it very well. It came out in the year 2006, which
Jesus.
Beth nailed. Good job,
yes.
Beth.
Great work.
Crushed it. I was
So-
in high school. I was a junior in high school when this movie came out.
Oh my God.
Or
Do
a
you think it's
senior, I
like-
guess.
Oh,
Because I graduated in 2007, so it depends on when it came out.
I
What
think
time
it
of
was like
year?
a January release.
Okay, I would
Wow,
have been
winter.
a junior.
Yeah, winter.
Winter School Musical.
I wonder if it's like how like Teen Vogue is really for middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Like it's not really for teens.
Absolutely.
Oh,
It was
absolutely.
not for
Musical.
high schoolers.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's true of basically all high school movies. It's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
they're for junior high school kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
And 30 somethings.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are trying to like
Relive.
remember the
to
good
you.
old days.
This movie is technically not a movie. It is a TV movie.
Mhm.
So we have trod unprecedented ground on this podcast for
Wow.
this episode. Mhm.
And
I feel
it
like a TV movie is still a movie.
yeah.
What?
Oh, you mean it just wasn't released in theaters?
It's a TV movie. There are obvious commercial blacks in the
That's
in
true.
in the movie.
Yeah, the production budget reflects its TV
Oh boy,
movie quality.
it sure does.
Yeah.
Which I guess good on them for how much it clearly exploded into the cultural
Yeah, there's
zeitgeist.
been 3 in a series. Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yep.
And then a spin-off of the series.
And
Oh,
I
really?
have
We'll get
I
into
have
it, I'm
a-
sure.
a little background, a little
Please.
backstory.
Wow.
So apparently what happened is there was an episode of Even Stevens
I don't know what that
where
is.
they did a musical. It's one of those Disney live action.
Shia LaBeouf started on
Shows.
that show.
Great.
Oh, are there 2 Stevens or something?
Or I don't know if he started on that show, but he was on that show as a kid.
I see.
At any rate, they did a musical episode and it was hugely popular. And so
Mm.
then they were like, well, let's try it with That's So Raven. also hugely popular.
Oh,
And then they were like, well, let's just make a musical.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was, I don't know, 77 million viewers or something. I don't know. It was big.
So what I'm hearing is in a Disney boardroom on the whiteboard, they had even Steven's musical episode, That's So Raven musical episode. Somebody went up and dramatically crossed out every single word except musical and then drew a big dollar sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Spell musical without cent sign.
Or a dollar sign.
The dollar sign.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
both
probably
of
what they did.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Dollars and cents
Yeah.
Yes.
to imply extra money.
Get some change in your pocket. Jingle, jingle.
That's right.
But this movie, so we made some bets, and I know what they are, and we all remember them, but I'll still say them anyway.
Should we try to
Do a little.
let everybody know how the
Recap.
movie goes? The
Yeah.
plot is?
We also remember the format of our show, obviously. And that format starts with a segment that also is earning dollars and cents from all the prize money that it is receiving from the various prize councils, the Society and the Association of Collected.
Yeah. I know in the past we've implied that we're just getting statues, but in this brave new future that we find ourselves in on the second half of this episode, a lot of these awards actually come with grants, which is just great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've come to respect podcasting as a medium more in the time that has passed.
And especially ones where like almost no preparation is required.
Right, right.
Those are the ones that are really, really making bank right now.
Yep.
And you might think, well, this podcast must be wealthy AF, but all of the grants are actually restricted to putting extra production value on this segment.
Yeah.
So please continue to
They're
subscribe.
they're also all given to us in cryptocurrency.
Yes.
So it's a roller coaster.
It is, yes. The segment, of course, needs no introduction, and it is 60-second summary.
And yet we gave it one.
Well, it doesn't need it, but it's nice to have one still.
60-second summary. Wow.
$3,800.
Yep.
Yep.
Boom. Studio time.
Yep.
So, as is tradition, I will volunteer to summarize the movie. And someone jumps in and says, shut up, Dan.
What
do
happened?
it. But maybe I should do it.
I feel like
I'll try to do it. I haven't done it.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
there
what
we
we
go.
were waiting for.
That's me
I
applauding.
had a week to prepare.
That's true.
What if I pulled out a sheet of paper and I had it
Been
written
up
out?
all night with your highlighters.
But okay, everyone needs to know that it has been a full week since I've seen this movie. So if I am incorrect in any way or if I start to ramble, it's not my fault.
It's
course.
only for that reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
All
not
right.
because I'm really bad at this.
No, usually, look, in the years that have passed since the first half, you have gotten, like, you're known for this.
Yeah,
Yep.
You go on the talk shows and perform this.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have me do the 6X sum.
Yeah. You and Sasha Malia Late Night Extravaganza, you guys have a great time. Netflix presents
Yeah.
Sasha and Malia
Is that a real
at
thing?
night.
What's happening?
It's a late night show hosted by the
It's-
Obama children.
That's correct.
Yes,
This is
it's
the
the
future,
future.
I'm positing.
Oh, I see. This is a
Yes.
future thing. It's not an existing thing that I totally thought was real.
I mean, give
No.
it a couple years. They've got a huge deal with Netflix, so who knows?
They're going to
true.
run out of content.
It's true.
They're going to run out of national parks.
Anyway, are
I'm
you
gonna-
ready, Beth?
Kind of, but I need to cheat real quick. What is the Hudges character's name?
Ooh.
It's Troy is the Troy boy.
And,
Joy.
Oh, Gabriella?
yes, that sounds right.
Gabriella.
Oh, yeah.
Gabriella. If that's
As long as
wrong,
you start
again,
with-
not my fault.
If it's wrong,
As-
they change the name in the future.
Yep.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ready?
hmm
And go.
We open on a New Year's party where Gabriella and Troy are both called up onto stage to sing together. They meet at this party. Then you cut to the high school. Troy is a basketball player at the high school. His dad is also the coach of the basketball team. Gabriella is new to the school. She's trying to figure out how she fits into school. And she runs into Troy, and it's like, fancy meeting you here, right? Am I making this up? Okay,
30
so
seconds.
then they both decide to sign up for the musical because they can both sing, but there's some drama because Troy's basketball team wants him to focus on basketball, and Gabriella's new friends want her to focus on academic decathlon.
Mm-hmm.
And so they there's a plot to get
10
them
seconds.
to not do the thing that they want to do, and then their friends at the end are like, actually, you should do you. And so they figure out this plot to do both the musical
time
and the other things.
Yeah.
Yay.
Great job.
Really excellent.
Very well organized.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed calm the whole time,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
almost too calm because I didn't finish.
Yeah. Just a quick couple additions, not that they're needed, but just to spice it up. There are a couple evil siblings, two
Yes.
blonde siblings who are like the actors of the school, and they're
Yes.
mad that this basketball and academic are coming in and getting in their turf.
And they are railroading the playwright
Yes.
and
That's right.
creator of the musical.
Kelly?
Yes.
Kellis?
Yes.
One of those.
Okay.
If it's Disney, it's
Um,
probably Kellis.
And the director of the show has a pretty big role in it.
Yeah.
Darbus.
Keeping the
Miss
plot
Darbus?
going.
Darbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Who is a character actor that none of us recognize.
Correct.
Yeah. And there's also, they're falling in love the whole time, right?
Darbus?
Oh, yeah, that's part of it.
Hudgens,
The siblings?
Hudgens
Oh.
Efron, Troy,
Yeah.
and
Siblings might
Gabriella.
also be falling in love. It's unclear.
It does feel like there's maybe something going on there.
I mean,
With the siblings?
Some
Yeah,
Game
and
of
they're-
Thrones or something.
No.
they have a very
No.
romantic
No, I
dance
disagree.
number at the end.
Yeah, but that I feel more like they are just like very close, and they're both, still defining their sexuality
Mhm.
collectively, and they are just each other's support structure.
Yeah.
And there's a
All right,
lot
that's
of
true.
like rapid coupling up at the end.
Oh, so rapid.
There's a creme brulee joke that they run into the ground
Yes,
at least 3 times.
yes, which is weird because it's like barely a joke. It's more like, why
Was
are
it
all their
hilarious?
friends so shitty to Zeke?
I guess. And also, was it so much funnier in 2006? Creme brulee? Was it kind of a new thing?
I don't know.
I feel like I had a moment with creme brulee.
Mm.
I went to a restaurant, I think, with my family, and that was one of the dessert options. And then my brother decided that he wanted to learn how to make it, so he
Ooh.
bought one of those little torches.
Nice.
Gotta
Cool.
get the torch.
But I don't know if it's like it was like a trendy thing at the time to do creme brulee, or if it was just like my family kind of thing.
I mean, it should be. Creme brulee is delicious.
It is delicious.
So
It's a
good.
very good dessert.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
the
Zeke should make it.
Top
What?
tier.
Zeke should make it because he loves to bake and make
Yes.
desserts.
Let's get, I guess we'll jump to that. There was
Yeah.
there was a song that we sort of bet about that there would be a cafeteria dancing around on the table song.
Oh yeah.
And we nailed it, 100% Utah.
Great.
It's the song where everybody, so Troy is like, I'm Mr. Basketball, but what if I had one other interest and was a full person?
Defined by anything else.
Yeah, I can sing it. That's kind of fun. And everybody in the school is freed by this revelation, and they also can have a second interest in their life. And Zeke, another of the basketball players, likes to bake, and all the other basketball nerds are like, no, don't bake.
Yeah. And then the whole song is basically like individuals in each social group revealing this other thing that is not the definitive aspect of their social group. Then the rest of the group being like, shut up. That's not our deal.
Yeah.
I
That's
did
the
not
song.
understand the girl who wanted to dance hip hop.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fine want. I thought it was great.
They're all fine
but
ones.
Yeah.
they were all fine wants, but I don't understand how the dancing she was doing was hip hop dancing.
I don't either.
It was enthusiastic dancing.
Yes.
Well,
But it felt like they could have, I don't know. It was just a little confusing to me.
yeah. Well, I guess she doesn't get a
Maybe.
chance to do it, right?
Oh,
'Cause
maybe they were going for a hard
She's like, this is
realism.
the dance that I'm stuck with now.
Oh,
I
I see.
want to
Got
be
it.
a hip hop dancer.
Sure.
Got it. So it's sort of a, she's on a trajectory of learning.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's
And
pretty beautiful,
The
actually.
skater wants to play cello. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Oh, he is so bad at it.
Well,
That is
again,
not
he
how you
doesn't-
hold a cello.
I don't even remember the fact. I don't remember him actually playing cello at any point.
He does.
I guess
He's
I
weird,
blocked
sort
it
of
out.
stands up and like hovers one elbow way too high,
Well,
and it's just like
again,
sawing
Molly,
away.
from what we've gathered, they've never been given the opportunity to actually gain these skills.
Yeah, it was funny to me to watch. It's a a movie sort of about a high school musical that also is a musical and also is the production level of a high school production.
Wow, you're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was all intentional or TV movie, but like for example, they go and I don't know, they search the internet and they go to a site that just has a box to enter that just says search the internet in giant letters. And it's just such a first pass. Like we can't even make up a fake ding dong search term.
Like Gigablast.
Yes.
That was the
anything.
best one I've ever seen.
No, 2006. We know what you
know.
do when you search
I
the
know.
internet. There's a box and a funny name, and you type your words in.
Every element of them using the internet in this movie was amazing because they like really laid it on thick, just in case like it was not clear they were using the internet. Like there's literally a scene, like anytime they do anything with a connected computer, it makes an absurd series of noises, and then at one point they like follow the cord to the router of the school and show it like blinking its lights to be like, see what's happening here? You see all these cords connected to the
You know
computer
what?
and other things?
I think that was probably an executive note.
Oh, yeah.
Some executive was like, I don't know, are kids going to get it? Do they know about the internet
Right.
and that you plug it in?
But
Right.
it's like the movie was made in 1991, though. Like the level of like explaining what technology can do.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
2006.
2006,
amazing.
I feel like that time with YouTube was like just getting very big.
It's
Yeah.
just starting, yeah.
So that's kind of the era that we're
I
in.
feel like I had like DSL by then.
Yeah, I was
Yeah. Oh, you
in
definitely did to play video?
college, and there was T1 broadband on campus.
That's right,
Like,
the T1. Hell yeah.
hell yeah. Get all
Downloaded
those
so many
illegal
songs.
yeah.
MP3s.
Oh, yeah.
Zip
that's that time
drives had
too.
already bit the dust.
Yeah.
You know? So,
But yeah, probably some cigar chucking maniac again.
Absolutely. The same guy who wrote Musical with Dollars and Cents.
Yeah.
yes.
It was like, how the kids gonna know that the computer's doing computer things?
You got to show the computer box. What's it called? A modem?
They got to
Show
show the
that.
web. You got to show the web on camera so they know the kids are using the web.
Yes. Okay. I think because I'm looking at my notes, not that I need to, I remember everything, but because the three of us had not seen this movie, all of us had not seen
All
this
of
movie.
us.
None of
All
us
of
had seen this
us.
movie. We did Union Strong, Totes Pre-Call,
Oh,
60
right.
Seconds, Submarine Name Pending. Oh boy. And these were our bets. So we'll see how we did. Zac Efron is in it.
Yes.
He plays
Crushed
basketball and his name is Troy.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Great.
He and the lady fall in love.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big dance about basketball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
there is.
There's a
Which-
basketball team like hip opera moment.
And it's that song cracked me up because most of the lyrics are, I mean, it's essentially like get your head in the game, right? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
focus on basketball, but most of the other lyrics are just how to play basketball.
Yeah.
It's like take the shot, pass it to your friend, get your head in the game. We're playing basketball, throw it in, dribble the ball, get your head in the game. On and on
That
and
might
on.
have been a note from like the creators of the show where they were like, I don't know, I've been doing musical theater my whole life. Like, do we need to
don't know.
clarify how basketball works?
Well, one of my favorite things from the first half, as I remember, that we tried to guess the names of all the songs.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Did we write those down
I'm
somewhere
pretty sure
or
one of the
remember them
songs-
perfectly?
I don't have them written down, no. But one of the guesses was I love basketball.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's pretty close. But in the bad lip reading version of it, that is the name of the song.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. It's anyway, watch that. I'll link to it on totesrecall.com.
Wow. Synergy
Synergy.
Yes.
with our own product.
Yes. Something that I was really struck by, and granted, there were like 15 minutes where I was completely incapacitated and I didn't watch, but for the most part, I was really struck by how much more complicated the plot was than I remembered or would have given it credit for. There was a lot more nuance and less like everything's coming down to the one big game versus like, hey, there's this big thing happening. How do we stall it so that everybody can do everything that they want to do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty. I found the plot pretty engaging.
Wow.
So there, I don't think I bet that.
No.
But that's my
No, you didn't.
that's my hot take.
I appreciated how they but they really made sure. I agree that they they took a bit of a serpentine journey on to get to that point at the end where it is like it all comes down to this moment and we got to coordinate everything to make it all work. And I love how they did have, I feel like, helpful signs along the way though, just to make sure that main thread wasn't lost. Where doesn't Troy's dad at one point literally call him a basketball guy or something? He refers to his son as a basketball guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's the playmaker.
Yes.
Oh, and then at the end, Troy says that to the playwright.
Yes.
Reminds her that she's a playmaker.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty
Then
good
she gets her
pun.
own little dance or something.
Mhm.
Kelly, the composer, and the other academic girl, I feel like the way their stories end during the big dance scene at the end, suggests to me that they had more scenes in the original script, right? Because the girl at the end literally just runs in a frame and is like, the other male asked me out. And it's like, oh,
Yes.
okay, were we supposed to be shipping those two? Maybe if
was
none
so
of their
weird.
scenes were still in the show.
Wait, who's
The- Troy's antagonistic basketball guy with the gray hair.
Chad.
Oh,
I wrote it down
Chad.
because at the end I was like, his name is Chad?
Yeah, it was Chad the whole time.
The whole
Out of
time?
nowhere, she's like, Chad asked me out. It's like, were you interested in Chad? That was never made clear.
They do they conspire together to
Okay.
get their friends to not do the thing they want them
Sure.
they want to do. But
Oh.
there isn't ever any love story there.
Yeah.
Well, there was some spice.
Was
there?
There were a couple. Yeah, they just sort of put it in between other scenes. But I think he asks her, doesn't ask her out, but he seems interested, and she seems less interested in him because much like Romeo and Juliet, they are from two very different worlds.
Yes.
Yep. I'm more supportive of their relationship than Zeke and
Sharpay.
Sharpay, the theater lady, who is
I
mean
feel
the
like Sharpay
whole
is-
time.
The whole
Yeah.
time.
And Zeke is a sweet boy who wants to bake. He
Zeke is a
deserves so
sweetheart.
much better.
He deserves better friends. He
Yeah.
deserves his own movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
That's
deserves
the
a
baker.
scholarship to the Juilliard
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck the baking school is.
Baking, Cordon Bleu.
Yeah,
Cordon
whatever.
Bleu.
Corbin
Yeah,
Bleu?
I would-
I have that written down. Did we
Yeah.
bet on that?
That's his name.
That's
The actor's
know.
name is Corbin Bleu, who plays Chad. I
Chad.
can't remember. That's how unmemorable that name is.
You already forgot.
I already forgot what it was.
It has been another week since we talked about it earlier. We had to pause recording again. My
Yeah.
guest got out and attacked someone. I've been in litigation for a whole week.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, they'll probably put down just one of the geese, but the rest of them are fine.
Just as a symbolic gesture, I'm going to have to
Yes.
execute a geese in town
Yes.
square.
Yep.
I moved to a small town where everybody is after me because I'm the new person in town. I was talking about it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We did bet one song, All in This Together, which is the big song at the end where they do the
Yeah.
same dance moves over and over for 10 straight
Oh,
minutes.
it's so
It is
long.
the exact same choreography every time they sing the
It's so
chorus.
But
long.
they do nail it.
Yeah.
I will
They
give them
do.
credit. Everybody
Yes.
is doing this simple choreography together.
Yeah.
All in this
was-
together.
interested that I think Vanessa Hudgens struggled a little with the choreography.
I mean,
because
she
I felt
struggled
like-
with more than the choreography, if we're
How
going to talk
dare you.
about.
The Hudge?
The
Yes.
Hudge?
Absolutely.
You fudging with the Hudge? Sorry.
Oh no.
In this case, no.
Okay.
She may honestly have been the weakest actor in the whole thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen, she's gotten better. She was just a kid. She was fine in that Garfield musical. Andrew Garfield, not Garfield the cat. That'd be amazing.
I was like, Garfield musical.
Oh, she's in
Mondays. Mondays are
Bippy
boom,
Bippy
boom,
Boom,
boom.
Bippy Boom Boom, or whatever. Yeah.
Spider Boom.
It just, I feel like she maybe had not quite figured herself out at that point,
Okay.
or maybe was given minimal direction other than make sure you go to hair and makeup before you come to set.
I thought she came across as like charming and genuine though. And Zac Efron like crushes, absolutely destroys this role.
So
I
So
agree.
charming,
I agree.
so believable and sweet, even though he's not singing any of these songs because they were not written.
That
for
was my
his
Zac
vocal
fact.
range.
Oh.
Zac Fact? We got Zac Facts?
Yeah, I have one Zac fact, which I learned from my sister, who is significantly
Wow.
younger than
Zac
me. Is
fact.
Primo High School Musical crowd. Yeah,
Nice.
Zach didn't sing any of his songs.
For any of them, or
Wow.
just for the first one?
For this movie, maybe he did 2 and 3. I don't know.
Because he's got some pipes, doesn't he? I feel like he's sung in other stuff.
He does. He has the wrong register of voice.
Oh,
All the songs
no.
were written before he was cast. And the guy who wrote the songs auditioned for the part, didn't get the part, but ended up being the voice of the singing voice. So Zac Efron sings like the opening bars to some of those
The
songs.
guy who wrote the songs
How
also
old is
sings.
the guy who wrote the songs?
I don't know.
Like, maybe that's why he wasn't cast.
Well, that's fair, you know, and I
He's
can see someone
45.
being like, sure, Sean, go ahead and audition.
Right.
You know, there's no harm in that.
Yeah.
But how sad. Yeah, it's his
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, they probably
but
did
yeah, it
a
was just
chemistry
written in the wrong
test with
register.
Vanessa Hudgens, and she was just uncomfortable the whole time.
Yeah, he's too old. Like he
Like,
probably
why
is
are you-
one of the basketball players. Some of the basketball players are 45 for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some of them.
Absolutely.
They're like Eastern European professional players.
Yeah, it felt like that final dance number, like it really felt like part of the reason it was so long was so that all of the like late 20s background dancers who played the basketball players and the cheerleaders got to actually like do something cool on set.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went on for a long time, and I felt like Vanessa Hudgens was often behind someone or something, and Zac Efron was always in the middle. And I was like, how many? And then occasionally she'd be off a little bit,
Yeah.
and then it would just cut to like that same choreography from a different angle.
Yes.
So I don't know if the editor had to work like really hard or what happened there.
Yeah.
But I thought she was charming. And did you know
Is it a
that
Zac
at
fact?
filming?
This is
This
another
is
Zac
Zac
fact?
I'm going to hit you with a Zac fact.
Zac.
At filming,
Zac
he was
fact.
like 18, 19.
Yep.
And she was 17, 18,
Great.
which is like age appropriate.
Amazing.
It's kind of incredible.
Didn't they date for a while after this?
They did.
Wow.
So there's some controversy.
What's the controversy?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well,
People shouldn't date?
A lot of
'Cause they're teens?
initially, no. I think everybody in the world wanted them to date
Nice.
because how cute, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
But initially, the word was that they started dating when they met on set in 2005 during the filming. And then they dated for like, I think 5 years.
Wow.
Wow.
But then later when they broke up, US Weekly had to publish like a retraction or a clarification that while they met in 2005, they didn't become romantically involved until 2 years later,
Oh.
which I'm like, that is such a weird clarification, you know?
Mhm.
So who knows? I bet there's story.
I bet there
bet
are stories.
Dish.
there. Yeah,
Someone.
somebody did.
Dish.
What's the magazine we rely on now? Home and Garden? What is it?
Oh,
What?
countryliving.com?
Town, is it Town and Country or Country Living? That broke the Annie Hathaway
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
I
on
just
it.
remember.
I want to say countryliving.com.
All right.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to really sort this out. if
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna-
need to. But I agree, Zac Efron is very charming. I like him now. I still like him. I guess I should watch a show where he like is high and travels. What's that show? Is that a real thing?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, that's on Netflix,
I saw
I
a
think.
preview.
Okay.
It looks fun.
Doesn't he have like a real laid back travel show?
I don't know.
Or he's like, whoa, oceans or something.
Yeah,
That's what it's called. Whoa, oceans.
I think he and his brother did one, and they
Okay.
did one where they.
Shredded.
It was like How to Kill Zac Efron or something.
Oh, that sounds more aggressive
and-
than what I'm thinking of.
Well, and it was a travel show, but like at one point he actually really did get sick. He ate something that made him so sick they had to like medevac him to Australia. Yeah.
Wow.
But he got better. Yeah. But I think this new one is more like
Zac Efron, we pump your stomach.
Ew. Watch out for the kangaroo, Zac Efron. They'll punch you in the guts.
Wow. Apologies, as always, to our Australian listeners.
The show is called Down to Earth with Zac Efron.
There it is.
That sounds chill.
That does sound very
Down to
chill.
Earth.
The preview is really funny because they're about to interview someone who's this really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they sit down and they start to ask him. They're just doing some chit chat at the beginning. And someone on set interrupts their distinguished guest to be like, I don't have Zac on mic. And the distinguished guest is like, I don't know who you are. I hear one of you is famous. Which one of you? You know what? It doesn't even matter. I don't have time for this. I'm not going to be interrupted. And he just gets up and leaves.
Awesome.
Wow.
Like,
That does not sound chill.
no, it's not that chill, but it looked really interesting.
Does
But
Zac
maybe-
take his shirt off after that?
Yeah, maybe he like
No.
He does
Maybe-
take his shirt off in this movie.
Yes, we bet about that, and he does.
did
I
we
just
and
wanna-
does he?
Yes.
He
And
takes
yes.
off his shirt with another shirt underneath at the beginning, and then he is shirtless in the locker room later.
I
Yes.
see.
I just want to apologize for first half Molly for bringing up will they show an 18-year-old's abs in a Disney TV
I think it's a fair
movie?
question.
I don't know. I mean,
We're
like, I
just
could see
asking
the
questions.
We're
debate.
just asking questions.
And the answer was yes.
Yes.
Apparently.
All right.
Yep.
Fair.
Documented.
But other than that, it's a very chaste movie.
It is. Like there were moments, even in the first
Not
scene
even
where they're
other
at the
than that, that's chaste as well.
Do they kiss?
I don't remember.
They side hug a couple times.
finally.
Nice.
Like there was in the first scene with New Year's Eve, we were like already like, are they gonna kiss? And then I was like, maybe they'll side hug. And even that, no side hug. They exchanged phone numbers, which I guess is the closest you're gonna get for a while.
Well, and at one point, his raw masculinity is so shocking to her that she falls off the stage and is caught by some bystanders and returned to stage.
I don't remember that.
Also, what is the layout of that room?
The theater or the
the opening shot. Okay, they just both happen to be at like a ski resort.
Yes.
for
Yeah.
like snowboarding and b-ball.
yeah.
And for her, snowboarding and reading.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah. The reading is how we know she was what does she call it? Like a freaky genius at her last school or whatever.
I guess so. But also, I love that her whole line during the movie is just like, oh, I'm new here. I want to learn about lots of things before I commit to an extracurricular.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is an extremely
Like
reasonable.
very chill.
That is a very chill, very mature way to approach joining a new
No,
school.
they
She's not,
must
like,
be
thirsty
defined
for
by their
friends.
one social group.
It is
Or
interesting,
activity.
though, to like if she's transferring schools in high school, in the middle of high school,
Mm-hmm.
to not already know what extracurricular activity you like to do, right?
I mean, I think the thing is she's good at so many things. She just doesn't. She wants to do a couple laps before she commits.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there a line that like suggested that she's moved around a lot? So maybe she just like didn't want to get too close to any group of kids.
Yeah, you don't want to get hurt.
Mhm.
Speaking of close, I do want to finish this thought
Oh, yes.
on the opening scene.
Please.
They're at, and there's like a New Year's Eve party that has karaoke
Yes.
and a stage, which is very nice. And there are people on three sides of the stage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it is as if there's a fourth wall where there are no people. And Troy and Gabriella are facing us. So I'm like, are they facing a wall? Like, why are there no people?
There's probably like a camera crew there.
Well, no, that's a really thanks, Beth.
Yeah.
But, but
Beth
no, I
knows
mean,
how
like,
movies
from-
work.
You just
as-
got
Yeah,
dunked on
no,
by
that's-
B-ball Beth. That's how the basketball gets your head in the game.
I mean,
got
in
Bethed.
every ski lodge I've ever gone to, there's always a camera crew in the
Oh.
lobby,
Sure.
and they're
To
just
record
like,
your memories.
yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of are filming stuff just to kind of see,
Yep,
You
that's
never know
fair.
when you want to make a documentary about a ski lodge.
Can we take a
I've just never had like they didn't even bother with a premise for
No.
like why that setup would be there.
Yeah, and like
Why was that guy?
And it was also
why did
the-
he have a cowboy hat on?
I was so mad that there weren't an entire cowboy group after I saw that guy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It wasn't even. It was like a comical
I know.
cowboy hat.
Can we talk about how it was like unclear what that event even was? Because like literally the dude was like, these two are gonna sing. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, guy?
Wasn't it like the kids' party? Like his parents?
Yeah, but
New
like-
Year's Eve
go to
It was
party.
the teen party.
But they like just forced these two to sing a song
Yes, that
unprompted.
is such like a teen party DJ type move.
But
don't
then
you
the
think?
guy was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you'll thank me later." Ha ha ha. Was he trying to like get them
He
to
was-
hook up? What was he
Yes,
doing?
he was.
yeah, it's like
100%.
Oh boy.
where mostly what you're trying to do is sneak away.
DJs, cool it.
Cool it.
Yeah, that guy definitely needed to cool it. He will not be the DJ
Mhm.
for our high school
That's right.
Change Your Life group.
No, absolutely
Year
not.
Straight, whatever it's called.
I think it's just called Cool It Teens.
Cool it teens.
Right?
Hot teens now cool.
Don't do drugs or smoke.
Yeah.
Cool it.
Bring all your hot teens, get them in a room. We'll
Cool 'em off.
perform for them. And we'll get them cool.
Also, get all your creeps in a corporate setting.
Yep.
And we'll come.
Are we doing that too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
why
No,
not?
that's always been
I
on
mean,
the table.
Oh,
same
okay.
costumes, same tone,
They've
but
got
Yeah.
different message.
My tone's
And-
going to be a
and the
little bit
message is-
harsher with the creeps.
Oh yeah, and that message is basically like get up, go home, and never come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to leave
Yeah.
and get out.
So it's shorter songs.
But wait, first give us your money.
There's still songs though.
Oh yeah, there's a whole song and dance
And
sequence.
there's still skits where we reenact
Yes,
common
absolutely.
creep scenarios.
Oh, okay.
and we still sit on chairs backwards.
Yes.
Can
And
I
like,
do
we
some
have-
choreography with a basketball?
Yeah, no, that's
Like
the thing. We have the whole
Chad.
song.
Yeah.
We have a whole song that just explains how you play basketball, just in case the
Just in
teens
case,
don't
yeah.
know.
It's a
Yeah.
palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I love the fact that Chad had a basketball in every single scene.
No,
Like,
he's
and
defined
I don't-
by his activity.
And I don't know if I don't know if that was specifically because they like again, they were just like really trying to spoon feed it to everybody the whole time, or if the actor who played Chad was like too fidgety and they're like, you know what, fuck it, just hold the basketball.
Maybe it was part of his process.
Maybe. Like, ooh,
Listen, I can't be a basketball
Right.
guy if I don't have a basketball. You don't
I
ask the
love it.
skateboard guy to be a skateboard guy without a board.
great point.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe
How
that's
would you
what it
know?
was. Yeah, maybe he's like the Daniel Day-Lewis of Disney teen actors.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You call me Chad at all times that I'm on set.
He
I will
carried
always
that
have a
basketball
basketball.
around with him the whole time that they were shooting.
Oh,
I did
boy.
also really enjoy the basketball scene where we know that Zac Efron's character is conflicted because he's bad at basketball now. He's like out in
Yes.
the backyard missing free
Yes.
throws. Like dramatically missing free throws, and his dad looks out from their giant house. Everyone has a
Oh
huge
my
mansion in
God.
this movie.
Mhm.
And it's like, maybe something's going wrong with my son. I don't like his dad. I don't like Troy's dad.
No, I
No.
thought he was cool in the first scene because he just seemed like
Bad
a big dork
dad.
dad. But then when you realize he's the coach and he just kept calling a basketball guy, like, oh no, dad sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't
'Cause
let
he
him
was
do
like-
musical theater.
And he was like, oh, stop. You're getting all distracted by this girl. You're getting all distracted by these songs. You're getting all distracted. It's like, chill out, dad.
Yeah.
And mom was just like, okay, honey, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think he was a good basketball coach?
I
bet he was
mean,
a better
good dad.
coach than he is
Wait,
dad.
bad dad.
bad dad,
Good basketball
good
coach.
basketball coach, bad
Husband.
I mean, they were
probably.
going to
husband.
state,
Oh,
right?
definitely bad husband.
Yeah, they're going
Oh,
to state. Or were they?
Yes.
Wasn't that the championship game?
Or it was like
It was-
going, I think it was a game that would put them to state or something.
That
Right.
wasn't
Well,
even like the final game.
But it was a game that would send them to state, Beth,
Okay, I see.
I think.
So, Beth, there's a bunch of games that they play throughout the year, and then a few of them at the end are like super important. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm trying to over-explain basketball.
Wow.
see.
You trying to
But it just
dunk
sounded
on
like
the
I
Beth Dunkster?
mansplained.
I thought you were like, I thought you were referencing the movie, and I was like, what? What do you mean?
No, she was enacting her revenge for you
I see.
explaining
No,
how
for
camera
what?
crews
Wow.
exist.
Yeah.
Wow, and she got me.
You've been
You got Gibbs.
I got.
Oh no! I apologize
Dunkers
to
over here.
myself and everyone else.
Real quick, Ashley
Mostly to
Tisdale,
Beth.
other side of the spectrum for me from Vanessa Hudgens.
Who's that? Ashley
Sharpay. I feel like she understood the assignment. She was the strongest actor in the entire fucking thing, including the adults. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she's very dramatic, but that was the role.
Yes.
Darbus, the musical teacher, also understood the assignment.
Indeed.
She comes out firing on all cylinders.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's
That's
intense.
an insane theater teacher who cares way too much about this production.
To the point where she assumes that Zac Efron's dad, the basketball coach, sent Troy as some sort of like Manchurian candidate to destroy the musical.
His name is Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
think
true.
about it. Horse.
Whoa.
Yep.
I am thinking about it.
Think about it.
She also did not wear cat eye glasses, but did wear glasses.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
sure did.
Was this the character for which we bet there would be someone we recognized?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
because these
I
were our
said Amy
bets.
Poehler.
Dan said Amy Poehler. I said Richard Kind. Molly, you said Sean Hayes.
Did I?
Or Haynes?
Hayes.
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 I thought I said Sean Hayes.
Yeah, Dan.
Not Hannity. I thought I said Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Molly
it's not
said-
what my notes
Wow.
reflect.
This
Wow.
is a
Well,
disaster.
notes are
This is a
incorrect.
disaster. It's going to
Did
get
your
even worse
geese-
when I tell
did your
you.
geese eat up your notes and then
Yeah,
you have to
they
tape
did.
them back together?
That's right. I'm reading off Goose Poop. And I think what my note says next to Beth is just lady.
Lady. No, I guess Sean Hannity.
Nice.
So we were all
But-
wrong.
Yeah.
I did actually say, I think it's just some lady that we're not going to know.
So
Oh,
Beth
okay.
nailed it. Then.
So Beth nailed it.
Yep.
She sure did.
We
Crushed
did
it.
not know her.
It's very possible that if we were tweens from between 2003 and 2006, we would recognize all of these adults as stables of Disney shows.
That's
Oh,
fair.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Like maybe one of them was like
tweet at us, teens.
Cody's aunt in The Sweet Life or whatever.
I guess
Sure.
they're not teens now. They're like 20.
Yeah, they're fucking old.
I mean,
We're old.
they're like a little bit younger than me, right?
They're 34.
Yeah, they're 34 years
34.
old. Well, that's how old Zac Efron is. I looked
Right
him
now?
up today.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's 34.
Yep.
Well,
I also looked that up, and I was so sad he wasn't 35.
Yeah, so close.
So close.
although, according to the canon of this second half, enough time has passed where we could argue he is 35.
Yeah, now
That's
he's
fair.
35.
By the end of the episode, he probably will be.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the music in
Yes.
this musical?
Yes.
Because can you name any of the songs? I mean, you can name them, but can you sing any of the songs?
I mean, I've sung the basketball song a couple times now.
Get your head in the game. Get your
But how
head in
did
the
it
game.
go, like musically?
Bounce, pass, get your head in the game. Dribble, get your head in the game. Don't travel, that's when you take 2 steps. Get your head in the game, it's basketball. Play the basketball, get your head in the game. When you do a point, it's a 3-point. Get your head in the game, basketball. Hey, substitution basketball.
Great.
Substitution basketball.
If you want to play a horse,
Nailed it.
everybody line up.
Okay, so my
No, I
argument,
don't remember how any of them
yeah,
go.
my argument was going to be like, the music in that movie is terrible and not catchy in any way. like,
Unmemorable.
unmemorable.
The first song seemed like it was going to be, but then I lost it.
Oh,
I lost it
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
there was a big refrain, and maybe it came back at the end.
Well, and the song that we are told was written by Kelly, the composer, like they returned to that song quite a few times, and I feel like in the moment it was catchy enough, but then it all got washed away by that 10-minute dance sequence at the end.
Yeah, that's the only song I can remember is that we're all in this together.
Oh yeah, that's the big song.
But I feel like I only know it because and maybe I'm making this up, but I feel like some kids that I used to babysit listened to it constantly.
Probably. That's probably why it was the
Absolutely.
big number at the end, because they were like,
Yeah.
this is the one that's going to sell CDs.
Yes.
Yeah.
CDs.
I want to
CDs,
propose.
and then the C is a cent sign.
Yeah. And the D is
And then you write dollars really small after.
And the S is very tiny.
Yeah, this is
Dollar
a
sign.
dollar sign.
tiny dollar sign. Just in case it's not clear.
This guy knows how to make money.
Yeah.
Make the movie.
Well, I tell you what, Beth, we will not make the same mistake with our traveling Cool It Teens show.
No.
Our hit song, Think About It, is all people are going to remember when they leave. They're going to be like, think about it.
Every
Think
song
about
a banger. That will be on our poster.
Yeah, it will be on our poster. It'll be like, should I have a cigarette? Think about it.
Mhm.
You know?
Just consider it, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we're not going to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
There's no yes or no's.
We're going to make
Just-
strong suggestions.
We're just saying, don't
Gentle-
like go
gentle
with your
touch.
initial gut.
This is the part of the show
reaction.
we call strong suggestions.
We've heard that teens don't like being told what to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's a cool as shit cheetah smoking a joint in a convertible.
Yeah.
Think about
Think
it.
about it.
Think about it.
But also, that cheetah died at the age of 22.
Yeah, and he
Think
Pretty old for a
about it.
cheetah, I think.
ran over a cat.
Yep.
It was like a cute cat that you love, you
Yep.
children.
And then went to prison for manslaughter and then
Cats.
got shivved in the cafeteria
Think
by
about it.
cat racists.
Oh my god.
Think about it, teens.
We're not here to terrorize the teens.
Think about it.
Should I disrespect my parents? Think about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. $10,000
Yeah.
a month. That's what you get. Traveling.
Yeah. And don't worry,
So-
parents. Like every chorus ends up with somebody getting shivved.
Yeah. Should I tell my boss to fuck off? Think about it.
Think about it.
Should I talk to all of my coworkers about unionizing? Think about it.
And then we wink during that one.
Yeah, we winked during a
That
couple of
one?
them. There's definitely some winks in some of them.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get it by your corporate overlords.
That's right. Because at that point, we know that all schools will be privatized and owned by corporations.
One moment in this movie that made me really laugh it was sort of a classic. Hey, we're in the bathroom and someone like said something mean, but the person was actually there.
Classic teen
Yep.
scene.
Yeah, and the way that we know Vanessa Hudgens,
What?
What's
so
her name?
many added
Hudgens.
syllables.
Hudgens.
The Hudge.
The
the Hudge. The way we know Hudge is in there after she gets shit talked about her, she just steps from behind a wall.
Oh, that was
there's like no way she could be
mind
hiding.
blowing.
If I understand how bathrooms work, she's just standing by the paper towels,
Yeah,
like not
that-
behind anything.
No, that scene implied that Sharpay has zero peripheral vision.
Yeah,
Zero.
why didn't she come out of a stall? That's so easy.
I know. I don't know. Like, unless I don't know. Yeah, it suggested as if there was like an extra stall in that corner because of budget reasons or something. I don't know. I don't understand it.
It's really blowing my mind.
Yeah, it was like they were like one step away from it being like a cartoon where like someone hides behind a tree and the person runs around the tree. The person chasing them runs around the tree and doesn't see them. And then when they walk away, the person peeks out from behind the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
That's
it's like
good.
Hogwarts. Maybe the walls just changed.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Or she was using a cloak of invisibility.
Yeah.
That's a
there you go.
Hogwarts.
Yes.
That's a
So-
It is a Hogwarts.
So she is also a witch.
Oh.
The Hudge.
That's why she has to travel so much.
Oh.
Oh,
Because she keeps
Makes
accidentally cursing her student peers.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
yeah.
To keep on the road.
And that's why she's so good at science, because she's just like actually
It's like-
using her wand.
It's like potions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did anyone else actually understand what a scholastic decathlon is by the end of this movie? Because I did
Why do
not.
they wear lab coats?
I don't know.
It was
For science.
confusing.
Well, there was
I'm assuming
chemi-
there are 10 events.
Yeah. What were those 10 events, though? One of them was
But like, they had to
Math.
do like a chemical experiment.
But the chemical experiment was part of their ruse because they made it stink or whatever so they could get out
Right.
of there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like they just didn't know what it was. So they were like, let's just make him look nerdy.
They'd already established Vanessa was going to be the nerdy one. And they're like, what does a nerd do that's like a basketball game? I don't know.
What's
Nerd
a big
Olympics.
sports, but for learning? Decathlon. Still a decathlon, right? Academic? Scholastic? Sure.
Sure.
And then they don't even give it the respect to show it the big win at the end.
No,
We see
they give it the
big
same
basketball
respect
win.
as Chad's ask out.
Yeah.
Where
we see
she
the
comes
basketball win. We see the theater performance
Yes.
go right.
Yeah.
but we don't see the decathlon win.
There is so much exposition at the end. It's like we see them sing, hooray, hooray, everyone's singing. Then we cut to basketball. Basketball ends. Sharpay comes out and is like, well, I guess I'm your understudy. Ha, 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 we're friends now. And then she's like, Troy's like, oh, we won. How did your decathlon go? And she's like, we won too. It's like, okay, I guess we'll just take your word for it, even though we spent significant amount of time throughout this movie talking about how important the decathlon was.
Yeah.
I guess your story is not as important.
Yeah.
Ugh. Maybe she gets top bills in the second one or something.
Yeah. They cut
You
the
know, they
Hudge.
probably just wanted to fit in a couple more promos for some upcoming shows.
Maybe, yeah.
So they just had to slice like a couple minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. At least a couple minutes, if not 30 minutes of Chad and the other girl getting to know each other.
Man.
And also Sharpay, I don't know, giving any justification for Zeke being attracted to Sharpay.
Oh, it's terrible.
But wasn't it like she tried his baked items and she's like, yay, I love you now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
she
before
rejects
that,
him.
like, what the fuck was she giving him? Nothing.
And why was he interested in her? She
I don't
doesn't
know.
seem nice.
No.
Isn't that, I don't know, high school crushes are
That's
like
true.
that.
They're
Like-
insane. Teens?
It's just that you're around somebody for so long and you're like, I think I like them. And then
Yeah.
you go out into the real world and you're like, oh no, I didn't
Yeah.
like them.
Should you date people that are mean to you? Think about it.
No.
Think about it.
Think about it. Oh, I just said no. Sorry. I'm giving you a choice. Think
Yes?
about it.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I have the events of an academic decathlon if you'd like to know what they
Please.
are.
Oh, I
Wow,
would.
nerd alert.
Okay. Art. Economics. Here's what it says. Art, economics, essay, interview, language and
Interview?
literature, math, music, science, social science, and speech.
This would take like a week. What is going on?
I know. I don't. And you know where it's headquartered? Mankato, Minnesota.
Wow.
Road
Local
trip.
references.
Road trip.
Yeah, that's a local
Road trip.
reference. Or maybe not. I don't know. It says,
Oh.
no, that's where it says the headquarters is. I don't know. I'm learning this from a website called Wikipedia.
Molly's mad because it's her segment. She's gonna dunk on Beth. The podcast over Wikipedia.
Where did she get the Zac facts?
Oh, yeah, we're doing
Where did
Zac
she
facts.
get the Zac facts? Molly, where'd you get the Zac facts?
Wikipedia.
Molly also
asking about
Before
Troy
I
and
did, so
Gabriella.
it's probably okay.
Wow, that was like, it was so good. Thanks,
Thank
y'all.
You're welcome.
Some more facts that Molly, you wanted to share with us was Alanis Morissette's youth, because
Yes.
I
What?
claimed that Olivia Rodrigo, star of High School Musical, the
series.
Yeah.
and
And now pop sensation.
Grammy,
yes.
Alternative sensation. I don't know what genre she is.
Grammy award winning new
Grammy
artist.
Awards, statues.
I claimed she is the Alanis Morissette of Z People.
I see. Okay.
Mm.
Molly, the floor is yours.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I think our premise started out that naturally everyone was interested in Alanis Morissette, and we're not sure that crosses many generations. It might. But then we were like, has she been an actor? Was she a child actor? Does she share that in common? And I was pretty sure, but Wikipedia helped me out. Guess which show she was on 5 episodes of? It's on Nickelodeon.
Degrassi.
Keep going.
Wow.
Canadian.
You're
It's
in
on
the right neighborhood.
Nickelodeon.
Hey Dude.
Mm,
Ooh.
great guess.
I don't know.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Ooh.
Oh, it's such a good guess.
Double Dare.
No,
Was that on Nickelodeon?
no, that's also it's good.
Slime Time
These are all
Live.
good things.
That game show that's the temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yep.
Oh no, you can't do that on television.
Ah.
I don't know what that is.
You get slimed.
No way, really? You get slimed?
I didn't have cable. We've
I
talked
didn't
about
either.
this.
Listen, I didn't have cable either, and all I
Did you
wanted
not
to
have
watch
friends
was
with
you can't do
cable?
that on television.
Not really.
Wow.
I rarely got to watch it. I was the kind of kid that would come over to someone's house and be like, "Oh, hey, hey, is what's on TV?" Try to be real cool about it. But yeah, she was on 5 EPs.
Wow.
What was it?
And she wrote her first song when she was 10.
Was it like a sketch show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm. And then if you say the word, you're not, or no, if you say I don't know, I think that's the trigger
They
word
dump
for the
slime
slime
on you sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that where the slime came from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And sometimes
Anyway,
you got
it's
water on you.
When they ran
Oh.
out of slime.
I don't know. No, I got slimed. And before we get to our final reviews of the podcast, we like to engage with our fans. And
Oh, fan engagement?
Fan engagement. One way to do that is that people can call into the phone number, which is, of course, 612-809. The last 4 letters don't matter, but you do.
2 T's in pot.
And we got a message, correct, Beth?
That's correct.
Someone actually deciphered that ridiculous song and called our number.
They just went to totesrecall.com and
Read
clicked
the
on
actual
contact
number.
us. Yeah, they just clicked on it. They didn't even have to read it.
Wow.
They just
Wow.
you can just it's like a hyperlink and you can
Is
make
it?
a phone call from
It's
your
true.
phone.
If you click on it, it'll
That's
just
amazing.
pop up on your
Wow.
phone.
Technology
Yeah,
is
you just
incredible.
say-
You put that in the modem.
Here's what we need to
Sorry.
know about this voicemail.
Okay.
Okay, so on last episode, we read some Discord questions, and one of the Discord questions had at the beginning it said "ooh," or I don't know how you actually say it. So we asked if that person would call in and let us know how to pronounce the O's at the beginning.
Oh.
Of
Wait.
the note.
Wait. You're telling me that we asked something of our listeners and they
Yes.
actually did it?
Wow. We've made
That's
it.
amazing. This is unprecedented.
They tend to do that. We got good listeners. Okay,
They sure do.
ready? Here we go.
Ooh, nope. Ooh, nope. Oh, there's the one. Yep. Oh, if this is made today. Yeah. That's the one. You got it.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
much
very
shorter.
helpful.
Much shorter
Yeah, it's
than
like
expected.
direct.
Yeah.
I kind of added some I don't know, a twist to it a bit.
Little mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Good
more
little
like a
Scooby-Doo.
I do appreciate that they offered us some alternatives so that we had like a baseline to understand what the actual correct answer was.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
agreed.
Because it's been so long. I mean, as we
Yep.
know, Molly's got a friggin' robot arm.
That's right. And at the beginning of this episode, I was still getting used to it.
Mhm.
But we've hyper jumped into time a couple of times since.
Yeah.
And now I'm completing an academic decathlon.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like
My-
that this is becoming a sci-fi podcast.
Wait,
Right.
during the podcast, you're doing the decathlon?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, the arm is
Right.
doing it while
Molly
you're recording
has
the
split
podcast.
her consciousness into a
Of
robot
course.
body as well
Of course,
as her
yes.
meat sack body.
I see. Yes.
And so
And I
she's
got to
able
tell you,
to-
this arm is crushing the art round.
Nice.
right, literally.
Absolutely destroying. Like it's a mosaic.
Great. So, speaking of Discord questions, we put the call out.
Are you talking about Discord where patrons of our show can interact with us all the time?
Yep,
Wow.
that's the one.
It's
Incredible.
got to be really expensive, though, right?
No, that's just $1 a month.
Wow.
Wow.
Patreon.com/TotesRecall.
.com.
Shut up.
No.
Wow. Right. So we put the call out on a record night a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
and
We blew the dust off of the
yeah.
Discord
I
post.
had to nitro boost the thing to look at history. That's not
What?
doesn't matter.
Huh?
Cut this out and make it sound more menacing. Anyway, here are the questions. The Reference Machine asks, "What do you think about Ryan's queer coding with 2022 eyes?" Ryan
I
is
think that's the brother.
The
theater
blonde
brother.
The
brother.
Aryan Ubermensch.
Oh.
Yes. We didn't talk about that at all.
I feel like they were dancing around it in a very Disney way, right? Where like they weren't like they were they were self-aware enough to not like just like lean into it so hard that it was just like offensively camp. But they also were still a massive media corporation that are terrified of pissing people off and didn't go. I'd be curious how his character is portrayed in the later ones, I guess.
Yeah, because I felt like Sharpay had such a strong character, and then he was like her brother. Do you know what I mean? And so to me, he like didn't really stand out much as a character at all. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
I guess the coding was subtle enough where you could ignore it is maybe the answer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with Disney children on TV of this era to know if this was like a deviation from other characters that were maybe presented that way.
Right.
Because there had to be some, I would think.
For sure.
Right?
Sorry, now I'm just reviewing every teen show I've ever seen. Yeah, no, I will say that I think, there wasn't, Sharpay didn't leave a lot of room.
No.
As a character, it didn't leave a lot of room for anything except like her foil.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if I were a queer teen or queer preteen at the right time for this, I think I would have picked up on that vibe and been very interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if I were an oblivious parent, I would be able to stay oblivious.
Yes.
To your point.
So classic Disney.
Yes, exactly.
Ambiguity
Yep.
Yeah.
to capture all quadrants.
Yep.
Great. They have a couple other questions as well. Is
Great.
it just me, or is it weird that a pair of siblings sing a romantic song? I thought it was weird. Dan didn't, because he loves siblings
The
singing
theater?
romantic songs and the theater.
I think it's supposed to be weird.
Yeah.
Right? It's supposed to be like, look at those two weirdos.
It's definitely like played for comedy to some extent, right?
Yeah, I think it's sort of another. It's like one more point, sort of against them of like, look how hard these two are going on this song, and like there's a lot of weird going on. Like the production value is too high.
Yeah.
They're like selling it too hard. They're siblings and they're doing a romantic song.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's one of many aspects that we are not supposed to like.
Sure.
Yeah.
How much, last question from the reference machine, how much are these songs going to be stuck in your head the next few days? Think we
Barely,
covered it?
not at all.
Not at all.
Not. We can answer that with confidence.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's been a year and a half.
That's
but
true.
I'm
That
is
still,
true.
Even
I have a
in the
perfect
days
memory.
following.
Yeah. Great. My last name is Palindrome.
And as a counterpoint, I still have the fucking song from Newsies that they perform 18 times in that show in my head after seeing it like 4 years ago. So.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm terrible at remembering lyrics, but I remember the song.
Great. My last name is Palindrome.
Sorry, Dan. I was gonna say just substitute any lyrics you might have with like informational stuff, like
Sure.
how to play basketball
Yeah.
or how newspapers are printed.
That's a great point.
Yeah, if you've got a story, think about it.
Wink.
Wink. Expose your corporate overlords. Okay, go ahead.
My last name is Palindrome asks, who'd win in a fight, the kids from High School Musical or the kids from Glee?
Ooh.
I've never seen Glee.
Okay, the kids from Glee are way meaner.
I agree.
They are so mean.
I think they'd fight dirty.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're all like 25.
That too.
That seems
I
like
mean-
an open and shut case.
Yeah.
Think about it. No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not threatened by any of the high school kids from High School Musical.
That's true.
I could take
and
them
I'm not
all
afraid.
in a fight.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit that I have been intimidated by high school kids before.
Sometimes they can be so confident
Yeah.
and they can just
I don't know
like,
what's going on with them.
no. And they're
like a wild
talking so
card.
fast and you don't know what plot to follow.
Yeah,
right,
they use
Dan?
all these new words that are maybe
Yeah.
making fun of me.
Yeah. I mean, would you be intimidated by Zac Efron now, though? That dude is cut.
Yeah, but he seems pretty down to earth.
I guess he's pretty chill from what we've gathered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I would be. I'm sure I could see his weirdly defined abs through his shirt if I ever met him. My last name is Palindrome. Asks another question. How do y'all get your head in the game, whatever the game may be?
Nice.
As basketball song. How do we get our collective heads in the game?
I mean, we may have discussed this before, but there is a tradition that is now to a point where Dan politely asks if we should do it or not, in which Dan summarizes how this podcast goes before we start recording.
Yeah, specifically to Molly, though
Yes.
Beth
Yep.
and Dan are allowed to listen.
And we do.
Yeah.
At least I do. I don't know about Beth.
Yeah. Oh, I have to listen because there's a call and response part.
Oh, right.
That's true.
I forgot. I forgot about the call and response part.
It is pretty ritualized.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, and I will say, I would say 3 out of 5 times we all remember something that we had forgotten.
About
Yes,
the format of the show.
it is helpful.
Yep.
So on the shows where we forget to do 60-second summary, we did not do
Yeah.
our tradition of
Yes.
outlining the show ahead of time.
That's right.
Correct.
Or like if we've gotten to this point in the show and we haven't addressed the Bechdel-Wallace question,
That's another good example.
that would be an
Just
example.
as an
of when we
example.
tried to-
As an example.
Just
tried
as
to
an
save
example.
60 seconds by
Yeah.
skipping the summary.
Probably passed.
yeah. Yeah.
P.S. It does pass.
Yeah.
It intergenerationally passes, and it passes in the first 10 minutes.
Yes, we all did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
those are
all in
bets.
this together.
Together.
We all
Get
made
your head
bets
in it
together.
It's
your
the
head in the
truth.
game
We got
together.
our head in the game.
Make the bet. Watch the film. Eat a pizza. Go back to the podcast. Get your head in the game.
Flu, get your head in the game. Lie down, get your head in the game.
Hydrate yourself. Rest for a couple days
Or more.
or more.
And also I think we've been part of the secret to our success is that none of us are allowed to have interest outside of the podcast.
It's true.
No.
We're very one-dimensional people.
It's true.
Occasionally, someone will, express something they did on the weekend that was unpodcast related, and we will savagely
Yeah.
destroy them.
Like we weren't on speaking terms for like a month after Dan adopted those geese,
That's right. Yeah,
but we worked it out.
Yeah.
and we're back
He's
in
just
this
not allowed.
together.
Yeah.
To speak of the geese.
The geese help Beth engineer the show now, so it's fine.
Right. Honk honk.
Honk honk, mix.
JB and Miplis asks, of the 4 of you, which Totes head had the most High School Musical like high school experience?
Ooh.
It
I
seems
think-
like Molly.
Yeah.
Wow, presumptive.
Really?
Yeah. I had no like climactic events that everything led up to. I don't
Robotics?
think. We just competed. I mean, it didn't like pull together all the threads of my life where I was like kissing a girl under a robot tree or whatever.
Let me present this fun fact to you.
Okay.
It is freshman year of high school. I have started doing cross country because some of my friends were doing cross country. I have become interested in getting involved in the theater.
Mm.
I am doing maybe the pit orchestra or something. I can't remember what it was. Something to do with the theater. I started going less and less to cross country and eventually was kicked out of cross country because I was favoring theater over cross country.
Mm-mm.
Boom. High School
Wow.
Musical.
That's High School Musical.
Yeah.
Was your dad
Yeah.
the cross country coach?
No, but the coach did live in the same building as my grandmother. I
Whoa.
found out later, and she thought he was kind of rude, but his wife was lovely.
This is the plot of High School Musical too.
Wow. Well, there's our answer.
Yeah.
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 I can't even come close to that. I also tried cross country.
How'd
But I
that go?
tried every sport.
Sure.
I tried every sport. I accidentally got sort of good at soccer. But I was
Was it?
really bad at cross country. Yeah. So it wasn't hard to give that up for something else.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole team wasn't like, come back, Molly.
Maybe it was sophomore year. It doesn't matter.
I will be
Doesn't-
checking the facts after this
Shit.
podcast.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to check your Wikipedia page.
Which we all have now in the future.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's real micro.
Last cue from
Wow.
Trevor Impersonator. What other average teenage experiences could use a big production musical?
Mm,
Oh.
Getting your driver's license?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Big
Smoking.
parallel parking song. Get your head
What?
in the game.
Oh, get your head in the
Get
game.
your head
Sure.
in the
Yeah.
game. You gotta park your car. Get your head in the game. Turn
Pull
the
up
wheel.
three
Get your head on the
quarters.
game.
And turn
Look
it
at
back.
your
Get your head
mirrors.
in the
Adjust
game.
your mirrors.
Line up your mirror with the other car's mirror. Get your head in the game.
Although I guess now it would be like press the button that parks your car.
Because your
Get head
dad
in
is
the
rich. Good for you.
Get your head in the game.
Or your mom.
game.
Think about it.
Or your non-gendered
Or
parent.
your
Yeah,
parent.
think about it.
Your,
Think
or
about
your
it.
not even your parent. Your
Your-
guardian.
Your
Your
big
guardian
person.
is rich.
Because your guardian is
girl-
rich. Get your head in the
Get
game.
Yeah.
I will.
As
I
long
will
as they're
say
rich.
truthfully,
You want for nothing.
I
Get your head in the game.
truly wish there were a documentary, and maybe there is, but even when I was doing debate in high school, I really could just absolutely picture a camera on a dolly going down those long suburban halls.
Yes.
We may have talked about this before, but like, you know, all those suburban schools were made of like concrete bricks. What do you call it? Cinder blocks, and painted over. But just like every door would be open, and everybody would be doing policy debate, which is incomprehensible if you know, it's just basically like auctioneers throwing out pieces of data and competing for who causes the fewest nuclear wars with their plan. But I could just picture that dolly shot just going down the hallway, eavesdropping on each of those.
I would absolutely watch a
moments.
musical about high school debates club.
Yeah.
I
it
mean,
feels
it's
very
honestly
specific,
like
yeah.
there's a lot of pressure and interest, and you have to switch sides.
Right.
You have to be able to debate both sides. So I think you could have a lot of fun with that. It could be like noise is off.
Yeah. The
You
year
know?
is 1982. You are debating something to do with the Soviet Union. Your grandmother has come to live with you from the old country, and now you are asked to defend the United States foreign policy after learning about the atrocities that your grandmother
Yeah.
experienced in whatever proxy war.
Be it
Sing a
resolved,
song
you're
about
a
it.
traitor. And sing a song about it.
Yeah.
No, I think debate actually would be a really interesting topic for almost any format, but musical would be really fun.
I agree. Get on it. The guy who made Glee.
Oh, and you know what? Also, I would love to see an episode of My Super Sweet 16 turned into a musical.
Yes. Get on it, Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, like the classical moment where the car is revealed, but it's not the car the kid wants.
Yes.
It's not a nice enough
Ooh,
car.
and you could do like a
Isn't that a reality show?
God
Yeah.
damn it, Dan.
This
Yeah,
is why
it
the
is.
high school kids make fun of me.
You could do like a Bye Bye Birdie or a Hairspray situation where like a famous musical act comes to the Sweet
Yes.
16. And that could be like a
that'd be
big number.
incredible. Oh, and you could just imagine the opening is just people hoping they get a hand delivered
Yes, of
invitation.
course. Hmm. I love it. I
Oh,
love this.
gee. Oh, and they could have a whole gift bag song.
Yep.
Like everybody gets an iPad, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, it
Everybody
writes itself.
gets
You know,
an iPad.
Everybody
Sitting in my
gets an iPad.
Kind of
this
a
is my
country.
5th iPad this week.
Yeah. There's a song about like the parents or guardians like discussing how much money they're actually willing to spend on this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That song is called Dollars and Does It Make Sense?
Oh.
Wow.
Mhm.
Dollars hyphen does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hyphen or
Dollars.
parenthetical?
Probably
Doesn't
parenthetical.
make
I
sense.
regretted
More
it as
like
soon as I said
dollars.
it.
Parenthetical.
Doesn't make sense.
Oh!
Guardian-thetical.
Was that?
Man, in the future, I get really good at puns.
It's that robot arm, man.
It's that
Yeah.
robot arm. It's
can-
like drafting 10 more right now,
Yeah.
writing
Wow.
on
It
its
can
own.
compute all the possibilities, the linguistic possibilities of whatever we're talking about. It's incredible.
Well, those are all great. Thank you for everybody's Q's and C's
Yes.
on
Mm-hmm.
Discord. As far as you know, they got answered the night you posted them. This is the big reveal. Ha 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 ha. We gotcha.
We gotcha. Although sometimes I think you respond at the end of the night, hey, we answered these, thank you, on Discord. So
Sometimes, but not always.
nice.
And I didn't do that this time because I was in no state.
Well, it worked out
It did work
because
out.
now they'll never know.
Were you in the District of Columbia?
Wow.
That is such a dad joke.
The most dad joke.
I missed it. 'Cause
Good dad.
my dog is clawing at the door.
Oh.
Oh.
What did you say?
Molly said she was in no state. I asked if she was in the District of Columbia.
Good joke.
So it's not a state.
It's a good
That was
geography.
definitely worth repeating for our listeners. Beth, leave this in.
Just one more time. Can we say, can I take that
District
one more time?
of Columbia.
Yeah,
Oh, because it's not a state.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, there's a
in the game,
goose
and
right
everybody-
now, like really pressuring Beth. Like, can we get a third take?
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Smoking
a goose.
with a cigarette.
I need a clean take.
There's a goose right off camera with a cigarette hanging out its beak with one wing on one of its headphones. And just like looking at Beth and like shaking its head. Like, we didn't get it. We didn't get it.
I need a clean. I need a clean, man.
Oh, I love this. This has to be canon now.
Pro-gooser.
Ooh,
Ah!
I love
Oh
it.
man, Robot Arm agrees.
5. Ow.
You're welcome.
Great. Our rating scale, as
Uh-huh.
we all remember, is
And have remembered this whole
and
time.
have remembered all these years past,
Mhm.
is B-Ball Friend Cruise, which are a series of merchandise from our old friend Bechdel-Wallace, the entrepreneurial, sprite that travels from town to town,
just trying to pay off his
feed
medical
family,
bills.
pay off his medical bills. After he got his legs broken by Batman.
Yep.
So they are custom-made crew cut shirts and
Yes.
crew socks or
Yes.
crew socks, either one, that you can get a friend's face printed on, and he comes,
a potential friend, I thought.
potential friends.
Future
Yes,
friend.
he comes a couple times a year.
Yeah. To your high school.
To your high school, and if you and your potential friend both put each other's faces on the merch,
Yep.
then you are friends for life,
Well, you're at least in the
just-
crew.
and you're in
friends.
the crew together now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a way to suss out sort of friend crushes.
It's like you both are swiping right
Yes.
on
Yeah.
friendship.
on
But with
friendship.
But that's
shirts.
if that's too much pressure, there are also crew socks,
Yes.
Yeah.
which can hold a whole list of names.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Like your
shirt is the
backups.
big swing, and
Yeah.
then you kind of hedge with the socks.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah, that's
that was
it.
the rating scale.
Flawless
That's the
business
rating
model.
scale.
I think he's finally going to make
He's
it.
going to crack it on this one. He'll be able
Yep.
to feed his family. They can move out of the tenements he's been forced to live into.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Um,
slums of Gotham City.
That's right. Okay, Dan, as we all know and remember, you go
Of course.
first. You gave it 4. My notes say maybe you would hate it, but
Yep.
also it's maybe bangarang.
I did not say bang-a-rang.
Maybe maybe barang. Maybe bara. Maybe boring. Maybe
there we
boring. There it is.
Yes, and I believe I said that 3 of the shirts would be you all, and I can't remember what the 4th one was going to be. Did you write that down?
Was it for Bechdel-Wallace? Someone gave him a shirt, or is that me?
Yes, it was. It was 3 of us, and the 4th one would go to Bechdel-Wallace.
Nice. Good for me. I'm a nice person.
Yeah.
This was... This was not at all what I was expecting. And on some level, that was very novel and entertaining. But it was also a program for children. And so I think I'm going to give this a 2.
Wow.
But with the
Aw.
caveat that I bet the 3rd one is a real treat because they actually have money.
Bangarang.
Real bangarang. Thank you, Beth. So I'm not putting High School Musical in a locked drawer of things I hate. And by locked drawer, I of course mean deep in my black little heart, where I keep everything I hate
Sure.
and just tamp it down as hard as I can. Because that's the healthy thing to do. Think about it.
Think about it.
2.
2. Great.
So those shirts that I'm keeping will
Oh,
be
no.
oh boy.
Obviously, Bill Wallace.
Obviously, Bill Wallace, because like, oh man,
You set him
needs a
free
break.
when you
needs
got
a
that
break.
shirt.
Here's what I'll do. I'm going to have both of the shirts have Billboard Wallace so that he and I can be part of a friend crew to make him feel
Nice.
better. But then I'm going to also slip him an extra 20 to get some socks with all y'all's names on it.
Oh,
Wow.
Real quick, Molly, did I use that correctly?
All
pretty
y'all.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beth, you are second, as we all know. You gave it 2. You
Mhm.
didn't think you would like it, maybe because it's Disney and it's for preteens.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I thought this movie was bad. And I thought that the music was bad, and I did not enjoy watching it.
Oh no.
But I did not hate it.
Mm,
This is not a like Attack of the Clones level bad.
no.
So I will stick with 2. And on those T-shirts are still Tom Cruise from the movie where he flies planes.
Right.
Mission Impossible.
Of course.
Great. Great.
Wait, both of them have
Cruise
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, 2 Cruise
Yeah.
for Tom Cruise.
Two
Ooh,
Cruise and
nice.
Tom Cruise, yeah. Those top movies, The Plane Flying One and Mission Impossible.
Right.
I am third, and I gave it 4 because I was feeling very optimistic.
Those many years ago.
That was many years ago. It was both better and worse than I expected. I was sort of more charmed by it, but it was a worse movie than I thought it was. I imagined this was a more polished piece of cinema. I didn't know
Agreed.
it was a TV movie. But I think it had enough chaotic energy where I was still pretty charmed by just kind of how low budget it ended up being. So I'm going to give it a 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's on those 3? Come on.
Ooh, Beth or anyone, does anyone remember what I put on the 4?
I think you put each of us.
You and Zac Efron?
I
Maybe.
think so.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
what
That
I
sounds
remember.
right.
Yeah.
You were pretty
Yeah.
thirsty for Saffron.
I was. I'm less thirsty now because he was certainly a child. By less, I mean, not at all. He's a child.
Yeah.
Think about it. So I guess I'm gonna knock him off that 4th shirt. It's just you
Aw.
3. Maybe when he's older, he can, when Bebold comes around to my place of business, I'll
Yes.
put Zac Efron back on a shirt, an adult Zac Efron back on a shirt.
Yeah. And like a really tight shirt because he'll definitely wear a really tight shirt with your face
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. Great. Molly, you are last but not least. You were 4 and you thought you were being overly defensive because it sounded like we didn't like it, although Dan and I both gave it 4. So maybe just because Beth was saying it was bad. And you love a high school movie.
Mm.
I do. And, I think my love of that feeling of being like in junior high school or high school and like, I guess really junior high, right? You're so excited about the idea of high school and all the things that could happen there and all the possibilities, which get kind of crushed later potentially. But it's a fun time to think about. And I mentioned this earlier. I wish I'd saved it for now, but basically I was pretty impressed that some energy went into the plot, some energy went into the story in a way that I think it being both just a kind of a kids show and it being a musical wouldn't necessarily require. So I felt like they went above and beyond in that area. I thought the casting was superb. Zac Efron, so charming. I thought Vanessa Hudgens, now you got me messed up about it, Dan, but I thought she was great. I thought she was like super dynamic and fun to watch and felt authentic and like how I would imagine I would be. Like I would want to be like the person who's like, oh, wow, look at me. I'm a regular kid. And now all of a sudden I'm starring across Zac Efron and we're going to date for a while. Like all of that fantasy is like so dreamy to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I wasn't going to get defensive about it, but I do feel like I do try to think about somebody for whom this movie was like nostalgic and was exciting. And so I think that's where sometimes I over defend on movies, but I don't think this required that. Also, I was in a flu-like haze for part of it.
You might have gotten a better watching experience than any of us.
I might have, honestly, because I found it enjoyable. I had a fine time. I would give it at least a 3.5, but for fun, I'm going to give it 4.
Nice.
Wow, that is
Wow.
I don't want to give up a single one of my crew neck t-shirts.
Well, Be Bold Wallace thanks you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He
And
needs a sale.
you had the 3 of us and Hippo on your shirt.
Oh, thank God
thank
you stuck with
you.
4.
Wow.
Yeah. I would have had to just do Hippo on 3 of them.
Wow.
We obviously are not as good as Hippo the
No,
dog.
that's fair. No, I get it.
Well, I can explain it to you. I can't explain that to Hippo.
Right.
Just look into her big brown eyes and be like,
yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Are you sure Hippo's getting your face on a
Ooh, wow.
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 Wow. Well, I guess.
what if that child ends up on the tee?
Ooh,
Awkward.
that child is not going to end up on the team. She is so sweet, and she's as sweet as she can be, but mostly Hippo's attitude around children is like, my puppies were full grown in 8 weeks. I don't understand why this one is taking so long to develop.
Hurry it up.
Maybe just kick her outside
Get your
and she'll
shit
learn
together.
Yeah.
to forage for her own food. It
Mm.
seems like you're working really hard,
Mm.
and she's not wrong.
So you're saying that Hippo has lost respect for you
I
as
think
a parent.
as a mother,
Yeah.
as a Hippo has definitely in her past, it's pretty clear that she was a mother probably
Yeah.
several times over.
Yeah.
That's
And I think she's probably a better mother than I am. But
no,
also she's
come
like,
on.
I mean, she just had a lot more practice. I've
Sure.
just got the one puppy,
I guess.
right?
yeah.
And I'm pouring all this energy into this one pup, and she's
Yeah.
like, listen, like have 8 of them, and then it matters a little less. It's like law of averages.
Yeah.
I guess
know.
that's one way.
Yeah, you are the perfect parent for your child, Molly. I
Thank
would,
you.
Hippo can shove it with that.
Yeah.
judgmental
I mean,
She's,
attitude.
and I don't mean to give you the impression she's judgy. I don't think she is. I just think according to her understanding of the world,
Yeah.
that's how she would probably
well, maybe
see
she
it.
should think about it a little bit more. And,
I think she should think about it.
She
Yeah.
should think about it. Think about it. Think about being a mom.
Are we
and
now
being a-
doing educational programming for dogs?
Yes. Are you
only-
a dog? Do you have a limited worldview? Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will do it, but only if I get to pet all the dogs.
Yeah.
So there better be an audience interaction section.
Yeah, I think we can pet all the dogs.
Okay.
I have no problem with that.
Done. Deal.
I mean, like as we run out with the lasers going and the think about it, like
Yeah.
baseline hitting,
We might
Yeah.
lose some of those dogs.
instead of
We
doing
probably
like
want to cut down on the
high,
air horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, instead of doing like high fives, we could do high paws.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, sure.
And maybe I don't know though.
Think about it.
What if they don't see
Think
us
about
coming?
it.
Yeah, we'll
We're
probably
gonna
have
have to
to
really
enter
rework
like
the
really
show.
slowly and deliberately while not making direct eye contact right away.
Yeah.
And like
We
let
can
every
get-
dog sniff our hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can get branded treat pouches.
Okay.
Then we'll just
Okay,
get. Then
now
they'll
we're
rush the
going.
stage.
Oh, boy.
I'm okay with that.
Think
That's
about
the
it.
point.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop
Obviously.
So those are the
Professionals.
ratings. We crushed it as always.
Always.
I have nothing more to say.
This episode went so smoothly. You're never going to believe this. My white hair is back to being mostly brown with some grays in it.
Yeah.
Wow, all of a sudden my vision is really blurry.
Whoa,
Oh,
no.
I took my reading glasses off and now I can see again.
Wow.
You guys, my robot arm became sentient and has moved out, and my regular arm grew back.
Oh, that's
Wow.
nice.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
My geese children have all married and
Oh.
flown the nest, and they're
Oh,
living
sorry, Beth.
their own.
This one over here is giving
life.
me the wrap it up sign.
I got to get back to my wife.
He's got a family to get home to.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan DeQuette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.